Welcome to Soccer Like the Man United, directing the channel for United and football fans, the first and the biggest and best fan channel in the United States. But today we are talking about West Ham 2, Manchester United 1, a game which was as bad as it can get in terms of when you pummel a side so badly and still can't find the net. Joining me today is the UK crew and the USA crew. I'll introduce the first panel representing UK, Vim the analyst. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Not too bad. Representing the USA, we have our Globetrotter, Director of Football, Mr. Devin, representing Tampa. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey guys.
Representing Houston Red Army, the controversial Benzi. Welcome on.
Hey, what's up, guys?
We have the Soul Man, also from Houston Red Army. We haven't seen, he's still got the every 10 half pace space, but we're going to start. He went off. If you guys need to watch that video, he's going to play it. I've never seen this guy use the MF word in so many short sentences. It just went off. But this is the passion. This is what Man United do for it. Let's get right into it. Devin, I'm going to pick on you first. What happened today, mate? Is it the ref? Is it the players? Is this Ten Hag?
So this one is going to be let me see now. I gotta this is a classic case of you have your food, you don't eat your food, you toy with your food, you don't play with your food, and you get punished for it. I think we had at least 5 chances to score in the first half, and we could not capitalize on any of them. And I said, my fear is that that's going to come to haunt us in the end. And lo and behold, it did, kind of. The ref did not, the VAR, Michael Oliver, did not help. But that is still no excuse for not finishing those chances. Because
exactly.
if we had put away our chances, that would not have mattered in the end.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much what I could say off of that one.
Right. Let me jump to Vim. Vim, the players, the manager, VAR. Who the F is responsible for this malarkey, this circus we witnessed today?
So you probably have this in the USA. We have it in the UK, but it's something called finishing school. And usually it's for girls to go off and become a lady, or how to be prim and proper.
They call it something in America. I've forgotten a different name.
I don't know what it is. Over here it's called finishing school, but in football
over here it's called high school.
It's called it's after high school. It's like
it's etiquette. It's etiquette.
Yeah.
It's called freshman year.
No, this is at the end. This is at the end of your studies.
This is how to
when you go and marry a prince or whatever. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You mean after you get your degree, you then have to go to another?
No, this is just how to be a gentleman, how to be a lady. You know, how to sit down.
When does this happen? Does this happen after high school? Towards the end of what?
Towards the end of schooling, I guess. I'll
but okay, like people get their masters, people get their doctorates. Like at what point is it?
Just like when you go to 16, 18, that kind of age, 16, 18, around that time.
Okay, so how long does this last? Like,
I don't know.
It's not mandatory.
Anyway, look, it's a finishing school in British society focuses on teaching young women social graces and upper class cultural rights as preparation for entry into society. Anyway.
But when does this happen?
It doesn't matter. We'll find out. I'll get back to you. Okay. But in the footballing world, finishing school means something else. And that means when you're in front of goal, you've got to be able to finish and you've got to be able to score. And if there is finishing school for footballers, then all of our players need to go to this. Strikers, midfielders, defenders, right backs, Delo, Xerxes, Garnacho, Bruno, the works. They need to go to finishing school. And if it's not part of the coaching methods, then it should be, because we blew so many chances today and we had a chance to go up 4-0 in the first half. And it was just, and I said it in the group chat, I said, we're not going to have this momentum in the second half and it's going to hurt us. And it did hurt us. And then someone else said, if West Ham score, this will be the most humiliating defeat of the season so far. And it all came true. And the thing is, the reason we feel it's going to come true is because we see it time and time again, that we blow these chances We don't kill off the game when we're supposed to, like a ruthless team would, and then it always hurts us. And it's form. We're just playing out true to form. This is exactly what we do, season after season. We just blow all of our chances. So yeah, finishing school is what they need.
Benji, where do you start from here? I mean, where is the problem now? The manager, VAR, the players? What do they
Man,
do?
I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. It's you can't blame VAR for this loss, man. We had the chances to put that game away and we didn't. So blaming it on VAR is just stupid, in my opinion. Eric Ten Hag is using VAR as an excuse. That's not an excuse. Today's loss wasn't on Ten Hag, in my opinion. The players messed up. Um, it just it's just so. I mean, I know we play well in the first half. We create a lot of chances. I was surprised we couldn't put any one of them chances in the back of the net. How do you expect if you can't score? If you can't score them chances, then you deserve to be 14th in the league. It's just clean. So it was, and the second half was just terrible, man. It was terrible to watch. I just, and like I said, at one point I almost turned off the TV, man. That's how bad it was. I'm tired of watching this team play, man. We're useless.
Joe, the soul man, talk me through. We already had a fan rant earlier. You could pull that clip up, but you give us your talk here before we pull that rant.
Bro, I'm just disjointed, man. This team just like they always, I don't know what it is, man. They're always finding new levels to just crush our spirits, man. The only people not showing up, it's clear, man. We're looking at it. The only people that are not showing up are these players, man. We're looking at it, man. They're consistent, man. It's always somebody. It's almost like somebody's always designated, right, to have a wild one. Just a stinker. Today, it was Diego Dalot. Dalot had a stinker of a game, man. And, it's just, at the end of the day, yeah, we should have seen our chances away. Like, the tactics were there, right? That's what we've been asking for. We've been asking for the ability to give our players a chance to win. Those things are now being afforded to these players. And these players are continuing to fail us, particularly our leaders, so-called leaders. Rashford, Bruno, this is criminal. This is beyond criminal, man. There is no accountability in this team because everybody in this team, somebody like Dalot is not going to rest his head in his bed tonight thinking he's not going to start next game. Neither is Bruno and neither is Rashford. And therein lies the problem, gents. This is where we are. This is who we are. For some reason, it is we are in the cycle again. If this was this is like an episode of Black Mirror. Bro, this is like an episode of Black Mirror in which we are in some kind of weird cycle. This is sci-fi. This has to be. This has to be a simulation. Because it's like every season we die and then we come back up and we just restart the same shit all over again. Our manager is now talking crazy to the press. the same way Jose did right before he was sacked. Our manager is now starting players that are not performing on the pitch for whatever reason that the fans cannot understand. The same exact thing happened to Jose. The same exact thing happened to Ole. And at the end of the day, I can't help to feel for this guy, because I'm sure Ten Hag put that system together in the first half for us to see this game out. The man is trying to rotate players. We should have been up 2-0. We shouldn't have had to deal with Eriksen playing the entire fucking... Well, you didn't play the entire game. But playing so long. The players are not executed, man. I don't know how to convey that to a lot of people. Until I see these players converting on the basics of football. I'm not talking about just randomly just kicking the ball off to the opposition. Until we start doing that, right? There's nothing you can say about the manager, because the manager who takes a job with the assumption that his professional players that are good enough to be signed from Manchester United Football Club do not know the basics of football. So he's coming into this team and he's like, hold up, wait a minute. Am I on the first team or am I in the academy? Why am I teaching these dudes basics? Why are people not taking care of the ball? These are things that I know are being taught at the academy level. You see it with Kobe. Kobe takes care of the ball. Why? What is going on here?
Remember, Bernie McCarthy said, let me interject. He said they will do so well in training, but on match day, he can't believe what they're seeing. So what is there? There seems to be a disconnect when training behind closed doors. Then when they get, it's like having stage fright. You memorize all your lines, blah blah blah. You get to the stage like,
no.
What is the problem? Because
Preparation, maybe.
Preparation. Look, if you look at the game, I don't know.
As in, like mentally prepared for game day, going out on the pitch, being mentally prepared, psyched up to go and give all your best. Because it's training and live game days. It's a different level of pressure.
No, this is an organizational thing, man. Like,
I'm thinking about from the player's psyche. From the player's psyche, why is it they're not performing on the day?
Listen,
they do so well in training, supposedly. They come in every day and they train hard and they go for runs. But why is it on game day they keep fluffing their lines? It's something to do with the psyche of the player.
Guys, we all work for somebody, right? What's the one thing that keeps us performing at work? Fear.
Yeah.
Fear. There's a little bit of fear that if we don't perform, we will be sacked. There is no fear in this team. Listen to me, folks. These players do not fear their income. They don't fear they don't care. There's no care. To them, I feel like some of these players feel like they've already reached they've reached their peak. They've peaked and they know it. It will never ever get better than this.
Did you notice? I don't want to single out anyone. I try not to do that, but just notice little things. Onana at the end of the game was talking to a West Ham player and he was joking and laughing. And this is after a loss. And I've seen him do this a few times. When I watched Liverpool and Arsenal today, everyone looked pissed off. Everyone looked pissed off with the draw. Yeah, everyone looked pissed off. No one is smiling. No one's joking. They're not embracing each other. They're not going to have a good chit chat. But Onana, after losses, is joking and laughing like he doesn't give a damn. And it's not. He's not the only one.
Can I ask a question?
Is that the person?
Okay, wait.
Like
Let's break that down, right? you feel like Onana was being friendly to another player, the opposition, right?
Was it a Cameroonian
Okay.
player, like a fellow countryman? Because
No,
if
it
it's
wasn't.
No, no, no.
It wasn't.
Okay.
No.
It wasn't.
Okay,
Okay.
so wait a minute. So does if Rashford was mean mugging all the way to the locker room, does that excuse his
What
performance?
does mean mugging mean?
You just
it's
there,
just
it's like the angry face, like you want to
Yes.
fight or anything. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if Rashford had the disjointed face in his, as he was walking to the locker room, would you absolve them for his performance?
No, I don't
If
absolve
Dalot
anyone.
did the same thing, would you have done
No, I
that?
don't
No,
absolve
no,
them.
no,
If
no.
Bruno had done that,
hold
would
on,
you?
hold on.
How can
would
you
have
be
done that?
laughing and
Hold
joking
on.
after you've lost
Listen,
a
man.
game you should have
No,
won?
no. Listen, I don't care what any of these guys do after the whistle. I don't care. I only care about what they do, and that's why we keep getting fucked up.
But doesn't
We
it give
think
you
when these
indication that
guys
they don't care after the game when the pressure's off? It's all
what Vim
over.
is saying, what Vim
No.
is
Only
saying.
doesn't give indication as to what's
Joe,
going on in their mind.
Joe,
their
let me come in here.
performances
Joe,
tells
let me come in
me
here.
how
Joe,
they
let me
care,
come in. Joe, let me come
not
in.
come on,
what they
Dad. This-
do afterwards. I
Come
don't
on,
care
Joe,
about
give the
this
mic to someone else
shit.
now.
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So what Joe is saying, what Vim is saying, and I get it. In a situation like that, but football has changed, Vim, as we can see. Back in the day, players like Roy Keane and his team, it's war. They don't acknowledge you. Once they cross that line, it's war. After the game, it's still war. Whatever happens behind the scenes, that's fine. But they don't start embracing and hugging each other. But today's football has changed, whereby these guys are all on the same chat group and all that nonsense. I mean, like it's different. But when a team has just lost, you would expect some kind of remorse or disappointment. But when you see the player laughing, it very like rubbing it in your face, like they give the impression like, oh shit, we lost. And I would feel the same. I was when the whistle went, I was outside. I disconnected mentally. So I did not see Onana laughing. But that is stupid. It's like giving an impression to the fans like, okay, we lost. Because the fans don't want to see that. I understand even if you put a long face and angry face, you still might be pretending, but we want to show that we rather see you showing you are disappointed with you and the game, not laughing like kiki. That's a piss take. That's a fucking piss take. That's where Vim is coming from, and I get it because we understand how the mentality of these guys are back home. You can't be having a laugh and a giggle like that after you've been destroyed. I don't want to use some words I can't take back, but you can't. That's just disrespectful, mate. So I see where you're coming, Joe, but I understand where Vince comes because we understand back home that you can't lose a game at starting kiki. No, that's a
I
piss
mean,
take.
this has been ingrained in United's culture for how long? Because you remember Rooney said the same thing about they lost a match. He goes into like the training room,
They were dancing.
and Pogba and Lingard are sitting there dancing like nothing is wrong.
See, that's what I'm saying. The mentality has changed, and the football culture has shifted. It's changed. It's really completely different now.
It's again like the thing that my issue. I understand that your football career is not going to last forever.
Yep.
But I have a problem when you care more about your off the field image and your social media stuff than being a footballer first.
Mm.
That's where I really have a big issue with that.
Right. Me too.
If you could separate the two, then by all means, fine. I mean, shoot, even Beckham couldn't do it at some point at United and he had to be sold. So I think the only one who actually I've seen really do it that well is probably Cristiano.
I'm not saying be like Ronaldo, whereby you lose the game, be upset. But that's the
But
passion.
I mean,
That's the mental thing. Like,
it's like what I go at where it's like a modern player. They sit there, they play their match, they lose the game. They don't mind that night pictured party in a nightclub or that next day announcing the release of their clothing line. All these things that Man United players have done in the past. Instead of being upset about the match, they sit there and post up, "Oh yeah, we lost, whatever." But yeah, go check out my new clothing line, or I'm gonna go to a club now. Or my personal favorite.
when Rashford went to his party with the Rolls Royce after we got humiliated by Man City.
I'm saying my personal favorite. They put up some half-hearted posts like "We go again," and then they go out and do the same thing again.
Yeah, that's the issue I'm having.
So
So
that's where I have a big problem. And until that culture is fixed, I don't know. Because and then the next problem with that is when you call them out on that, all of a sudden it's my mental health is an issue.
yeah, they call the agent and the agent start to say the players feel that he's being bullied. So you see, Joe, it has changed.
So that's like
Vic,
I
it's sad.
I don't know like what the fix to this would be. Like, do you put a rule like you can't put anything on social media for a certain amount of hours after a match? I don't know. I don't get it. But
Who do we
you need to remember you're a footballer first.
who
All
do
this
we
other
have?
stuff second.
Well, I know. Who do we have next week?
I
Who we got next?
Well, we have Leicester midweek and then we play Chelsea.
Not the hell. Chelsea is at home or away.
It's at home.
It don't even matter. I know I
Yeah,
can't see us
it
beating them.
doesn't- it
It
doesn't
ain't
matter.
gonna happen. I can't see us beating
Well, this- I-
the
this-
reason we can't win because we can't finish. That's the reason we can't finish.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but Sancho can't play for them if it makes a difference.
It won't.
Yeah, that's
It won't.
some
That-
of the
that
Chelsea
probably
fans
helps
are
them.
complaining of him now. Some of the Chelsea fans are beginning to complain about him. I said, you ain't started yet. You ain't seen anything yet. Carry on.
What are the complaints?
The complaints are that they don't think he's a team player. They think he doesn't put enough effort. He doesn't track back. He doesn't work hard. He only responds when Colton Palmer and the others are going for. But his work ethic,
Yeah.
they don't see it at all.
It's almost as
You
if
know,
water is wet.
Exactly.
But my Chelsea friend said the same thing, that he's not very good defensively, doesn't track
Nope.
back. But then Rashford doesn't do any of that.
Nope.
Did you guys watch Rashford today? What's
Oh,
your thoughts on Rashford?
Joe.
First
Joe,
half performance.
Joe, can you start the Rashford one, please?
Rashford, mediocre at best. I didn't see much moving forward. I saw him a lot of times. He was switching over to Garnacho's side, and it's just there's no system with him over on the right side because first up I saw Jordan time Garnacho was on the left. So I don't know. He's just not effective. Just ineffective, like not good enough to start this team. Just like let's have him. I don't understand what the major malfunction is. Have him come off the bench. Please, just do it. He's fast. Have him come off the bench with some tired legs so he can do his little 1-2s. You know he loves his 1-2s, but I'm just saying that shit doesn't work in the 10th, 15th, 25th, 38th, 45th minute. It just doesn't work. We need your 1-2s, your give and goes, whatever, in the 65th minute. That's I feel like that's got to be his role right now, right? But for whatever reason, these two Teflon Dons, Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, for some reason, in no way, shape, or form, cannot be dropped from this team. And as long as Dalot, I feel like with Rashford and Bruno, Ten Hag has some wiggle room. With Dalot,
not a lot.
He's got that locked in, right? So, as far as the other guys, I don't like. It's not coming up to fruition. You're not getting fruit. You keep digging. You keep trying to plant these guys. You're doing too much. It should not take this much.
So
it should not take this much effort.
So
to get
let's
Bruno
go into his
and
let's go
Rashford
into his a little
cracking
bit
on.
deeper, Joe. Right, Dalot. I don't think he doesn't try. I think Dalot tries. I just think he's quite ineffective in front of goal, where he was today. I don't think
agree.
Bruno doesn't try. I think he's all over the pitch and he's got a free roll and go wherever he wants.
Bruno doesn't try.
There's no
Bruno doesn't try.
For me, I think there's a lot of effort with Bruno.
Bruno's passes are
I think
slow.
Rashford
I don't think
does
so.
not
I don't think so.
try.
We need to define effort.
I think
We need to
Bruno- I
define
think Bruno
effort.
tries,
Let
but
Devin
Bruno's
come in.
problem.
Come on, Devin. Devin, come on.
I think Bruno does try, but Bruno's problem is that he plays more for the individual highlights than playing discipline as a team. And I think that's where you see a big issue with him because it's like he wants to be on the highlights for making that 30-yard pass, but then you try to do the basics and it's like he doesn't want to do that. He's only there
That
for the glory on that.
that's the definition of not trying.
No,
Not trying to play as a team, as a part, as an
it is
individual,
trying,
as
but
part
he's
of a
trying for
team.
himself, not to play with a team. So
That's not.
you call it selfish, but so to say that he's not trying, I wouldn't give him that.
Okay.
But
Who saw
If the tactics that
who saw that last minute chance whereby Bruno, instead of him to cross the ball with his right leg, he decided, let me try my left leg and put the ball over, and that was the final whistle.
that was an NFL field goal. It's good, like all that.
Yeah. That's an example
Why
of
That would have been a good field goal.
that is
that's an example of Bruno betting for himself.
a player that does that is clear. That player has no fear. There is no fear that he can play it on his off foot and chuck it into the crowd. That individual knows that he is going to start at that position in the next game.
So
That
do
is our
you
problem.
think, building on that, do you think the lack of fear is because they're not getting told off when they make mistakes? If they do make these blunders and they keep making the same mistakes again and again, do you think they're being told off? Because if they were being told off and being disciplined, then they might have some fear. It seems like the players are allowed to do what they want time and time again and get away with it. And that's why there's no fear.
Let me bring in Ben.
Sorry.
No, Devin. I was actually listening to what Devin was saying real quick before I say my stuff. Yeah, Devin, go ahead. He was saying
I
something.
was gonna say I think some of these like managers or whatever are afraid to tell off these players because it goes on what we were saying before. All of a sudden, then they go and cry to their agents and whatnot, things like that. So I don't know like how you can tell a player in modern day with the modern football. What I think the issue is that these players, we said it here already, these players know no matter what they're going to start. So they're going to try and do whatever. They'll do absolute dog shit, and they know they're playing the next match, so they don't care. There's no risk of being dropped, so they can do whatever they want. So you drop these players, and then what I think you got to start doing. I've heard this has happened before. I don't know if it's true or not, but you got to start putting some like fines for non-performance, things like that. Maybe start putting incentives into these contracts as well. You want these players to start doing well, yeah, you go from that. But until that stuff happens, until these players start getting benched for doing this, it's not going to change.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree, see what Devin's saying there. In the way I looking at Ten Hag, from what I've heard about Ten Hag, his attention to detail, he's a really detailed coach. I would be surprised he's not telling off these players. I would really be surprised. But you can't be a detailed coach and not look at all those things during the game and say, okay, why do you make this decision? I'm sure he's asking them players like, why are you making the decision in this position? Why do you not make the pass, or why do you take the shot? At the same time, I think he's also advising the players that I want you to go out there, like let's say Rashford or Garnacho, because their strengths are okay, cutting in and taking a shot. I think he encourages that too at the same time. But then it's like the players most times don't know when to they just don't know when to make the right decision. And like we've all said, Bruno's there making playing for himself.
Hollywood passes and shit.
Exactly. And so yeah, it's just hard to believe that Ten Hag, being a detailed coach, is not questioning and actually like asking them why they're making such decisions. So that's where I look at it.
So
He has been quoted though for not telling off his players, and I think he was interviewed about it quite early on.
When he tells off his players, the player now goes on the internet and says,
he believes. He was quoted, and it was quite an early interview in his career. He doesn't believe in telling off the players because he believes that you you isolate them, which he does anyway. But and I've actually heard it in a press conference. He doesn't believe in criticizing any person. He said he criticizes the process. And so then he also goes and starts blaming external things like VAR and referees and whatever else, unfair play. But he tries to avoid criticizing player. If he doesn't like what the player does, he just removes them from the team, like he did with Sancho or with Ronaldo. But he tries to avoid one-on-one confrontations with the player. This is what I heard from him early on. So I think that maybe I can see why he does that. He doesn't really want to alienate everyone. But if you then don't instill fear in the players feel they can do what they want. Certain players have a free role to do as they please. They can underperform. They don't press. They don't play in unity. And if they're allowed to get away with it and they're not being told off, then they can continue as they are. And that's where the lack of fear comes into it.
Right.
And so I think that maybe his methods can be damaging the team as well.
Yes.
I know he's a very detailed coach, and a lot of people have said he's a good tactician. But I think the way he handles individual players and team as a whole might be damaging our team.
Right. And
whoa. Can I
hold on. Alex Ferguson used to slaughter them. If you are not performing, why did that guy go past you? If Keane does not see it and doesn't slaughter you on the field, Alex Ferguson is going to slaughter you in the dressing room. Sometimes the players have to now go head on head with Alex Ferguson. Schmeichel did it, Ince did it, because they know the standards required. But if this guy is just like, okay, keep trying, they won't know that they're messing around. This is what I mean. You've got to be firm on these guys. These guys have a responsibility. They have to deliver. Just put the ball in the net. Just put the ball in the net. Last season, we didn't create chances. This season, we're creating chances. So what is the problem? We have to start to say, listen, Garnacho, bro, you're finishing. You need to spend more time learning. Højlund, Rahul, the front seven, front eight need to finish. They need to start finishing better, because we can't keep going through this every single effing week. Same thing we did in Turkey. We had more chances than the home team. We left with 1 point. Same today. Ended with no points. How many more games going to keep pounding a team in 45 minutes with no result? You've got to hold the players accountable. Like Garnacho, you're there one-on-one diagonal. Obviously, common sense, you need to try and bend the ball, bro. It's common sense. But it's like, let me just open to welcome.
I think he tried to bend the ball. He just wasn't able to. He just didn't hit the ball well.
Exactly what he did. Exactly what he
tried to do.
Exactly what he did against Crystal Palace. Same situation. Let me just open to welcome UK's representative, Mr. Fortress. Welcome to the show, Ken.
Hello, everyone.
Good. I have someone else is coming in. I think it's our last guest today. So,
Ken, it's time.
We're not even in half time yet. Right, K, the whole crew's here. We've got the 2 Ks. It's going to be interesting. Well, let's use this opportunity to welcome UK, the smiley one. Mr. K, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys? Good.
Good. I see everyone is not looking too pleased after Frank.
He's not smiling today.
No, K.
No. Ken is smiling because he can't wait to go at Joe and all the bucks and
right.
That's what's
Joe, you were saying.
I don't even have to.
Finish what you were saying. Joe, finish what you were saying quickly, so Ken and Kay could say their piece.
I mean, all I'm saying, what was the point? Like,
the players being held accountable. Are they being told that they're effing up, or they're just told, oh, keep it going?
This almost has to seem organizational, right? Because we as fans, we're watching the same football, right? And we're watching certain players perform at a level that is not up to par to individuals that should carry this badge. We all agree of that, right? Please tell me we all agree, right? Because there's tactics, right? And then there's the basics of football, right? And we see certain players not performing in the basics of football. How can we then fault the manager when they're not executing in the tactics. When we clear them, see not performing on the basics of football. I'm just talking about just holding on to the ball, right? Not just chucking it to the opposition, right? Misplaced passes, aggression, coordinated presses, right? These are all things that we feel that are something that should be already established in a player when they're brought into Manchester United. Obviously, that is not what is happening, and I would encourage anyone, if it would be possible, to help me understand how these players that are unable to fulfill their duty as to just playing the basic football, right? Techniques, right? Basic football, right? But then we give them a pass for not being able to execute that. But then we're willing to slay the manager because tactics didn't afford us to be able to get a win. That's all I'm asking for.
Kenneth, why can't these players finish? What is the problem? What is the problem?
Let me answer this question. Do you guys believe in patterns, right? You understand how patterns work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think, I'll throw that question back at you. Why do you think this is going on? This has been the pattern, ongoing pattern over the last 2-3 years that we have missed. But I don't know if someone saw what I posted in the group. There are 3 things that happened under this manager. It's either we miss chances, or we concede stupid goals and lose, or we just draw the game. Those are the 3 patterns, repeated patterns that happen all the time. It's not, we can't sit here and say, oh, the players are not finishing. The players are not.
But they're not, though. But they're not.
But they're not finishing.
Every single game, every single game for the last 15 games, 25 games, if only we miss so many chances, we miss so many chances, we meet with so many chances. It's a system.
Isn't that a part of football?
It
is. But
football is all about system. It's all about system. Football is all about system.
It's too early to have this. It's too early.
Right?
So it's like a repeating pattern. A repeating pattern.
But the system is supposed to allow you to put yourself in a position to finish chances. That's what the system is supposed to do.
There is no system. That's the problem.
But how is it that then we're missing? Are you saying that the chances that we got today in the last couple of games was based on zero system? It was just random? These were random occurrences?
Pep, right? Every single thing that happens on the pitch, he knows where players know where they should be. When you see Doku running and he's doing that, he knows what he's doing because Pep has already told him, when you get, this is where you shoot. This is how you position your. This is what LVG tried to do with us when he was here. For example, getting Phil Jones to take corners and things like that, and people were laughing. That's what a coach does. They tell you where. Pep tells his players where to be at certain times. If this person gets the ball, this is where you need to be here, so that the ball has to be played a certain way to you, and you need to be positioned in a certain way to get the ball, so that you can.
I agree with that.
And when they miss, have you seen Pep's reaction? He goes berserk.
Yeah.
Like Foden didn't keep possession towards the end of the game. He goes berserk.
That system has nothing to do with finishing, though.
That instills fear in the players, right?
Imagine. Wait. Hold on, Joe. Whoa, real quick. Imagine if Ten Hag said, "Hey, Bruno, I need you to be in this position to pass the ball this way. And then Rashford's going to pass the ball this way. And then you're going to pass the ball to Garnacho. And Garnacho, you should be open. So you just put the ball in the back of the net. Or, hey, Bruno, you're about to do a free kick. So Dalot, I need you to shoot forward, right? Bruno, you're going to pass the ball to Dalot. Dalot, maybe the goalkeeper's going to come up. You beat the goalkeeper. Your money, and then you just fish. Imagine if Ten Hag did that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait.
That's the kind of stuff Pep says.
I agree.
He's mad.
I agree with Ken. I do agree with Ken that we don't have a system. We don't have a good system. I do agree with that. We've not had a system for the longest.
An identity, more like.
But then, exactly. But then when it comes to finishing, that's a totally different. Finishing
Completely.
You have a
Completely
shot
different ball.
on goal.
Okay, can I
You
answer
take
the
your
question?
side,
Can I answer?
you
Can I
finish the
answer?
shot. It has nothing to do with system. The reason why I'm
That's to
saying
do
is
with
because,
quality.
okay, like thank you. Quality, thank you. Kay said it has to do with, but
And
so
there's no
like
quality in our team. up front.
exactly. There's no quality. That's what it
But
is.
he bought
System is
Hoyland for 70
system
million.
Can I
and
can I can I
finishing
answer your question?
is different.
Let me
Garnacho
answer your question.
had
Let
how
me
many
answer your question.
chances
Let him
to
finish.
bury
Let him
that?
finish. Let
Yeah.
him finish.
Yeah, so I mean, I do agree with you, Kenny, right? You have like the system is not there, but when you're in front of goal, you got to finish it. And if you're a
Okay.
professional, you should know how to finish. And as if you're a professional, you do finishing practices, right? Is in after practice,
But
before practice.
there's levels.
The
There's
law,
levels. There's levels to professionalism. There's levels.
Hold on, Kay. Hold on,
well,
Kay.
the
You're gonna
law,
come in
So
after
so
the law,
let
this.
me
for
answer
Christ's
then.
sake,
Let me
is
answer.
Hold
known
on. Let him
for
finish.
the law is known for taking practice shots after the game. Not after the game, after like practice. I think I heard this that this was going on last season or something like that, right? He was taking all those shots outside the box, but he still can't even finish. So that's quality.
But
Okay,
the
so
thing
let me
is,
answer.
right, if the low had a chance to shoot on goal every single game, do you think he'll become a good finisher eventually?
No.
Really?
It doesn't work like that. It
I
doesn't
think
work
he
like
would.
that.
I think he
No,
would
you've
because
got-
it builds his
I think
confidence.
quality.
I think his
yeah,
confidence would
confidence.
build if he
It's
keeps
technique.
having shots
Wait a
on
minute.
goal.
Listen,
It's
no,
tech-
listen.
Which is
Wait, Vim, man.
no, but
Vim,
it's about building confidence as a player, right?
Finish.
Vim,
Go.
listen.
Go.
There is no.
Let Vim
Listen,
finish.
Vim.
You listen.
Vim.
You've got to
Vim,
build the confidence in a
sir.
player. He's got to
Sir.
have the opportunity every game to shoot on goal.
I agree.
If his
I agree with
opportunity only
Kay.
comes in once every eight games, then he's going to feel flustered in front of goal, which is what happened today.
Right. I agree.
Okay, so let me answer the
Wait.
question.
Ken. Joe.
Hey, the reason why I know you guys are looking at it and you're thinking, yeah, he's in front of goal, he needs to shoot. Do you
Yes.
know why? And he's not finishing. Do you know why that's happening? I'll
Why?
answer the
Why?
question.
Right.
Why?
Players are getting into positions that they're not,
not
used
used
to. They're not
Yep.
used to. Like it's like, hang on a minute. How's the ball here? And then I have to.
So
But
Garnacho, what's his
guys,
excuse? What's
can I
Garnacho's
finish?
excuse?
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Can I finish? Right. When Dallo gets to that position, he's not expecting to be in that
Yeah.
position.
I agree.
That's
That was what
That's
I
true.
said.
I
not.
agree. I
So
agree.
all of
I
a
heard
sudden,
that.
I'm here now. What do I do? Like,
Okay.
okay,
He
I
did the
need to
hard
shoot.
work. He beat
I
the
need to
keeper,
shoot,
beat
but
the defender.
let me finish. I need to shoot, but in practice, I've been shooting from the middle.
Yeah.
I've been
Okay.
crosses have been people have been cutting crosses, and I'm side footing it to the corner. All of a sudden, I have to now lace
Okay.
it.
That's Dallo.
Yeah.
How do you explain Garnacho? How do you explain
Garnacho's
Garnacho?
one.
Yeah.
Garnacho's never been a great goal scorer.
Exactly. If you practice patterns, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Please understand me.
Oh my God.
Practice patterns and systems where you know that, okay, the ball is going to come after the through ball is going to come in, or it's going to be Bruno play. It's not a case of, okay, I've ended up in this attacking position. Yes, he should finish it. But that's why when we score, we concede. We score one, we concede two. We score two, we concede three. Because everything is just like hit and hope. Bruno gets the ball. He's, okay, goof it up, hit and hope. Oh, Garnacho, someone tries to jump and he misses the, I'm free. Whereas with City, Arsenal, Liverpool, there are certain things that we watch it. I know it sounds a bit too much, too complicated, but these managers, they've practiced scenarios on how the forwards are going to get the ball, what the forwards going to do, and how they're going to finish.
I see that.
So, to answer your question, players are
we
not
have
used
forward
to.
players. We have attackers. What do they practice in training then? What do they do in
They
training?
practice shooting from the middle. When you look just before the game, if you look at warm-up games, what happens? Someone plays the ball, someone else taps it, and they hit it. That's all they do, right?
Agreed.
Fine.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
The chance Garnacho missed today
Yeah.
was a replica of the chance Rashford missed in the community shoot against City.
This is what I'm saying. It's a pattern.
But isn't that the wing that's supposed to play? Isn't that the wing that's supposed to come in down the left and cut the ball? Henry used to do this for piece of all the time.
Always on another level.
Tim, I'm telling you guys now, yeah. If you can get us a proper coach, watch this chance. These guys put away this chance. I'm telling you, they will be putting it away.
Kenny,
They
man,
will
forget
be
about this
putting it
proper
away.
coach stuff, man.
Okay.
We've
We've had
had
Let me bring in K.
You're
We've had
counting.
proper
You're
coaches and
capping
still
so
the
much for
same
these
shit.
players. I don't understand.
Yeah, we've had proper coaches
What?
and
How
it's still
many
the same
players
shit,
have
man.
we bought?
It don't
How many
change
players?
nothing, bro.
How many players have
We've
we've
had
got
proper
rid of all your?
coaches and we still
Okay,
the same
Bems,
shit.
Bems, we've
Ten
got rid
Hag
of
is
your
a good
McFred.
coach.
There was nothing a manager can do.
Ragnick was a
He's
good
not.
coach.
He's not. He's not.
There was
We've got rid
nothing
of your
a manager.
McFreds.
Mourinho
We've
was a
got
good
rid of
coach,
Bems. We've got rid of McFred. We've got
but
rid
we're
of
still shit.
Maguire.
Right.
We've exactly. So we brought we spent the whole
The
summer
whole
chasing
team.
chasing
Question then.
Ugarte,
Question
right?
for you.
Wait, let
Question
me
for
finish.
you.
One
The
at a
manager that
time.
we had that
One
wasn't
at
a
a
good
time.
coach was Ole. Ole was not a good coach. The rest managers we had
We
were good
know that.
coaches,
We all know that, though.
but we were
Okay,
still
K,
shit.
Only
come
We
in,
spent
K.
the whole
Let
summer chasing
K
Ugarte.
let K have his
Ugate's
space.
come here. We're not playing it.
I
Why isn't
guarantee you,
Ugarte playing?
I guarantee you're gonna get the next manager that's supposedly the best coach, and watch these
We
players do
will
the
be.
same thing.
Listen,
We're gonna have
Okay,
either
so
subject
so
or
Watch you do the same
maybe
thing.
maybe we should
No,
look at it like that. Maybe we should look at it like
Oh,
this.
man.
Kenny, you made a good point that we need to structure ourselves the way City has done because to get everybody to know where they need to be and every time in every scenario, everybody knows
Positions.
their roles,
Yeah.
right? Right. What if
Mhm.
these motherfuckers can't do it?
That's a quality thing.
Okay.
That's what Kay
They're
said.
gonna have
okay.
a
Can
team.
we bring K?
Okay.
Can you
That
come in?
means it's the players, right?
No, it's not. It's
let's
not.
me
It's
bring
not.
What
in
if
You
there
K.
have been
change
managers
systems.
that
No,
have
I
come
think-
to this
Change
club to try to
systems
do that?
suit players. You can change systems to suit players.
No,
Why
wait a
don't
minute.
try-
You just
Wait,
finished
wait,
saying
wait,
that
wait,
the
wait. Why
system.
K, come on, please.
Oh wow, can't go
Go.
muted.
That is where if you guys cannot listen, I said
Oh.
when I say stop, you stop. Okay, come on, thank you. Think about it. If my mom, who is 80 could be saying, you
It's
guys
going off
always talk
today.
over each other. That means she can't hear what we're saying. That's my mother. Exactly. Let alone the real fans. So I don't want to start to wave these cards. Red, yellow, red, yellow. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Come on in. Sorry about
Where
that.
do you want me to start? Where do you want me to start?
Hey, talk about the quality, talk about the finishing.
Listen, who's our best goal scorer in this team, guys?
I don't even know anymore.
Hello.
Samiro?
Hello.
It's Rashford, and he's not the greatest goal scorer.
I can't lie. I don't
Rashford
know.
is shit.
I don't know the answer.
Probably
No, that's what I'm
Casemiro.
saying to you.
Actually,
But
no,
that's what I'm
Ericsson.
Ericsson at the moment now, yeah.
The best goal scorer?
So
Right
at the
now,
moment,
no.
Ericsson.
But I mean, in
I
terms
really
of
don't know.
if they played the same amount of games, who would score the most goals? Do you think in that
That's
team?
a tough question, man.
That's
tough.
how
Garnacho.
bad it is.
Holland.
Garnacho.
Rasmus.
And that shows
It's
you where
Garnacho.
we are. We are. Garnacho's not a great goal scorer.
Yeah. I don't
He'll
think
score
he's a great
great
goal
goals,
scorer either. Yeah.
but he's not a great goal scorer.
I think Garnacho is going to score more goals than Rashford this season.
I mean,
I
it's
think they'll score
possible.
similar.
yeah.
They'll score similar amount.
The thing about
What's
it is
your-
that
what's
the
your
thing
point
about it, like I said, Garnacho will score goals that you wouldn't expect him to score, but goals that you would expect him to score, he won't score. Like it doesn't make any
So
sense.
is that a coaching issue or is that a player issue?
I
both.
think that's a player. That's a player.
Rashford is doing
And
neither.
also a little bit of coaching too, probably.
Well, I mean,
Rashford-
Garnacho's what, 20?
20,
Yeah.
21.
19. He's still 19.
Okay, so what mentor has he had that was a proper finisher besides Cristiano?
Nobody.
No one.
So
Imagine if we can look up to Rashford.
So we give benefit of the doubt to him for that part. Now the next part going in with this is there's somebody there at that club who was probably the best finisher I ever saw.
That's right.
And if I were Garnacho and all those forwards, I would literally be mimicking every single thing that he's doing.
But
But
it doesn't always translate like
I took your point. I stole your thunder there a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't always translate like that. Everyone always says, like, remember when Benny McCarthy was there? Everyone's like, "Oh, give him credit. Rashford scored 30." It doesn't translate like that. A lot of the time, it's the system. Like Ken was saying, the way we play, we don't get the best out of our players. Who plays the best in our team? Whose strengths are we playing to in our team? Nobody.
It's
we're shambles.
We are set up for individual moments of brilliance.
Exactly. And what happened in the first season, Ten Hag, a lot of fans forget this. He made subs and it impacted the game nearly every time. That's not sustainable. So this last season and this season, he's been found out. He can't make the subs that'll impact the game. No plan B. All he wants to do is go and score first, and then try and hold on. That's not good football, and that's why we are where we are. We haven't got the goal scorers. Everyone looks clueless on the pitch, and it's almost like we haven't got the player that'll be like, "I'll get the ball no matter what." Well, Bruno will do that, but then he just starts launching it. Whereas when you had like Pogba there, everyone used to diss him and be like, "Oh, he's losing the ball a lot." He was trying to do things for the
He
team.
was a carrier.
Yeah, he
People
was always
balled
trying to
it.
do something. Yeah.
Because people
Mhm.
balled it. He would always take the ball when in difficult positions. We haven't got anyone like that. Well, Mainly's
No.
probably the closest to that. But the structure of the team is just a mess. And I'm not shocked that we don't score a lot of goals.
So
So
you're
do you,
not
do you not do
surprised.
you not think we should be trying to encourage all of our players to shoot and score? Everyone
but
should
that's not
feel
the problem. It's not
everyone
about
should feel
shooting.
comfortable in goal because
Man.
the title winning teams, everyone scores.
Yeah, but we don't get
But even our
everyone
time
chips
would-
in.
contribute.
Even our
But to
title
be
winning
fair,
team.
though, but to be fair though, them teams where everyone contributes, they have a system though. They have a good system that where they all chip in. They all know what they need to do. Basically,
Yes, everybody are not
Liverpool-
jeopardizing the team to score. That's the difference.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
see from time to time these players they jeopardize the shape in order to get themselves in a position for glory.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up. I see it a lot of times with Bruno. I see it sometimes with Dalot.
Man,
Right?
every player in the team does it.
Yeah.
But why though?
If you
We're
remember
not a
the game
team.
against
We're not
the
a
game
team.
against Fenerbahce on Thursday, Hoyland had Garnacho was free. All you need to do is lay that pass on, whether it was going to finish, but he was in a better position than he was. But everyone's a glory hunter. Everyone wants to be the one with the headline. He flopped his line. The reverse, Garnacho had the chance. Hoyland was in a better position. No, and I mean, this is the problem.
That happened today with Hoyland and Rashford. Hoyland took a shot where he could have laid it off to Rashford. The same exact thing. Glory hunters. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't get it.
Maybe they're not coached to play that way. Maybe they're not coached to play that way.
One at a time, one at a time.
I think it was
Sorry,
either against
Bems.
Fenerbahce or it was
No,
the
no, no.
last
Let's
game.
go
I
back to
think
what Bem
there was
Ben
a
just
point.
said.
Okay.
Not Ben,
Alright.
sorry, Joe. You said someone was supposed to pass the ball, but he shot. Why do you think that is?
Because they want to take the glory. They want to. They're
No, it's
individualistic. Yeah,
It's
they
not the
do.
ball.
I mean, Rasmus did that.
It's not. There is no system. They don't know what to
Yeah.
do in that
They don't
position.
trust each other.
There's no system, guys.
No,
if
no,
you
no,
know,
no.
if there's a system, you
No.
know, okay, when we
It's
get the, when there are-
instinctive.
Wait,
can I-
it's
so
also
when
the
in-
same
in-
thing.
in training,
there is
right, in
probably there is
training-
no
One at a time,
system,
one at
but
a
they want
time.
to take the glory too. You know
okay,
what I'm
but
saying?
you know, in training, you practice patterns.
Mm.
Through ball down instead of so your strategy. You need to tell me what your strategy is when you cross the ball. What's your strategy? Is it near post? Is it far post? Is it in the middle, or do you square it back? What's United's strategy? With City, it's a square back. With Arsenal, it's like a cross. With Liverpool, they whip it around the back post. What is our strategy? That's
There's
why
a
when
reason
players
why they
get there,
square back.
They don't know
There's
what's
a
going to
reason
happen.
for it.
The strategy begins
practiced it.
where
You
the
square
ball
back
lands.
to increase your chances of scoring that chance. That's simple.
no, they've
Increase your
practiced
chances.
it so many times. That's why they know
Yeah,
what to do.
Let me
it's
bring
a
in-
practice. Yeah,
let
but
me
it
bring
also
in
increases
Devin.
your chance of scoring a
Devin.
chance.
Devin, is this a system issue here that the players can't finish? Do you agree it's a system?
I really don't know. I can't tell because well, we've been saying this for forever. I have no idea what system is trying to play. But I also see some chances where they're like one-on-ones and wide open where you should be burying these and they're not. And if you're one-on-one with the keeper and you shoot it straight at the keeper, I mean, what does that have to do with the system?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
You know what it's
I
like,
really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Let me
know.
reply to that, Devin. Devin, you know why they panic? Because they get a one-on-one, they know another chance ain't coming. So in their heads, City and Liverpool's Arsenal's, they're like, oh, we missed a chance, we'll get another chance. With United, it's like, oh sugar, we missed that chance, and it's panic stations because they know they're not going to get it again. That's
They're
a
different
different
philosophy.
That is- that is
That's what they're
ridiculous.
flustered.
That is
like they
rid-
think too much.
that-
They think too much.
mental weakness. That still shows mental
Yeah,
fragility
because we haven't got
and mental
system.
weakness.
But
Yeah,
it's
Kennedy,
about building a
Kennedy, you're
confidence.
muted.
Are you trying to speak to us, or are you doing someone else there?
No,
I
I'm
think he's
trying to
probably
talk.
talking to someone else.
I
He's talking
think
to
Tim
someone else.
muted.
Ken,
No,
Ken,
I'm
He's
open
sorry.
that.
muted.
Ken, come
I
on.
think
He's
he's talking to
muted.
someone else. No, he's talking
Kenny,
to
you're
someone
still
else.
muted.
He's
Oh,
talking
okay,
to
okay.
someone else. He's talking to
Oh,
someone
he's talking
else.
to- okay.
He's not looking at the camera. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay, so you're saying it's a system issue, and you're saying it's a quality issue that the players are not good enough, and you're saying the players panic when they see themselves in that
We
one-on-one
know we're not
chance.
going to get a lot of chances. You know, did you hear what Ten Hag said about XG? We won the game on XG. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't say that. What does it mean? What does it mean by
He
that?
said, today we won the game on XG, apparently.
What's that? What does that
I'm
mean?
not,
I
I'm not
don't know. What's
verified.
Is that a
it.
win?
But I was like, what?
Expected
God.
goals.
I was like,
Wait,
Expected
no, hold
goals.
up. I need to see
Expected
that.
goals.
I need you send the
I'm
link.
gonna look for it. I'm gonna
Send the
look
link.
for it.
That's crazy. That's
Kenny
wild.
said
I,
that.
send the
Kenny
link.
said that.
No, send the link in the chat, bro. No, okay,
Okay.
okay.
That's
No,
almost
if
as bad
that's
as
true,
people
like
say.
if I see that, no.
Lord
Okay.
Jesus.
Let's move
That is
on.
almost as
But
bad
But
as
why
No.
do you, but why do you
No.
think he says that?
Okay.
Why do you think he says that?
No. We can't discuss something we haven't confirmed is not fucking
he's
real.
heard it. Kay's heard it.
Okay.
No,
Let me-
Case
I
heard
don't
it.
give a fuck.
Why do you think he's saying
let's-
that?
No, we're not repeating. No,
You know
we're
why
not
he's saying
repeating
that?
some shit we heard at the barbershop,
Oh,
bro.
Lord.
Kay
No,
heard it, right?
man. Get out of here. No, that's some
Let's-
barbershop shit.
let's
That's some barbershop
move
shit right
on.
there,
Is
man.
it true?
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find it for you.
Kay, it's true, right? He said
Can I
that.
read it out?
That's some barbershop. Yo, tell your barber he needs to chill, bro.
Hold on. Let me read it.
Google it.
Lord.
Google it.
That's
Right.
a
We
long
don't
What
know
was
the
it?
game.
Let me
According
go
to
to
Ten
Vim.
Hag on the
Let me go
performance
to
of the
Vim.
team. All right, let me see.
Go
We
on.
created plenty of chances. We won the game on XG, so I'm very pleased with the This is we are progressing. I am sure we will add to the 2 trophies we've already won in the past 2 years.
If he said that, he needs to be sacked.
Oh,
Anyway,
God.
let me go to Vim.
Oh, for
Vim.
fuck's sake.
What that VAR
Guys, taking
decision.
Yeah.
Let me go to Vim.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
VAR decision. How
Wow.
did that come to play?
Tim, where's your red card? Where's your card? So that's a red card for Ten Hag right there.
Wow. Coming from your manager.
Vim,
Wow.
what
Yeah.
what was your take on the VAR thing?
That VAR.
How do you understand that?
I mean, the thing is, you could see there was a bit of simulation from what's his name?
West
That
Ham
striker,
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings.
Danny Ings. That's it. It was a bit of simulation. There was a slight little bit of contact. I think Galit's thigh made contact with Danny Ings, and he just went, "Oh, like I've been shot." So there was definitely simulation there, but they're just going by the rule book, and it seems to me that this is why VAR is so inconsistent. That apparently, if you make contact with a player inside the penalty box, then it's a penalty. But you've got to use your own discernment and make a decision. Like, is this guy overreacting? Would you go down like that by just having
exactly my point.
tiny collision? And then they was talking about stuff, and I don't know if you guys heard it. I watched it on Optus Sport. They're saying that after the player went down, there was a handball, which is why they then gave the penalty. I mean, it just seemed to me quite absurd really. And whether things are just going against us because the media probably don't like Ten Hag or they don't like Manchester United, and just the general consensus about the club is quite negative. Whereas, Liverpool have a lot of decisions going for them. Man City has a lot of decisions going for them, but we seem to have a lot of decisions going against us now. Yeah, so I think that was completely unfair, and they should not have given it. So yeah, but then is there a bigger picture here?
All right.
Where
VAR.
Oh, man. I mean, I was surprised that was a penalty. But when the referee goes to the cam thing and goes go watch the view, 9 times it's gonna be given. So I knew when that happened, when he went to the video monitor, I was like, okay, this is for sure gonna be given.
He still didn't look sure. He was
but
they were still talking to him through the ears.
he watched it a lot. He watched it a lot.
And a lot of times when they watch it a lot like that and they take their time continuously, like, come on, it's like the more you see it, the more you like, okay, yeah, it's like this is for sure gonna be a PK. but and then they finally and they gave it. But I mean, the way I look at this game, I don't like to look at that VAR decision as the reason why we
Yeah,
lost.
yeah.
We lost that game we lost
First
that game
half.
in the first half, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
if you're not able
When
to
you
finish
are
your
on top
chances,
and you
you
don't
lose.
score when you're on top,
The Premier League is always gonna bite you in the back if you don't finish your chances. Always, always, 95% of the time, you always end up.
But quickly, very quickly though, when the referee seems to be indecisive in front of that screen, I sometimes feel that there's someone in his ear telling him
yeah, of
or
course, yeah.
convincing him that it is a penalty. And I feel that the
That
VAR
is, and that is
That's the
why
referee,
Mike
I've
Oliver.
argued. I have
Sorry.
argued for this for so long. Why can we not hear the conversations when they're doing this? I have argued that for so long. Everybody,
Yeah.
I know the UK crew probably does for the US crew. Any of you watch cricket?
Okay,
Cricket
then
or-
on
or
okay,
don't, I
Kenneth,
don't.
do you watch cricket?
Okay, so
Yeah,
with,
I don't watch
everything.
cricket. I don't.
so with cricket, their version of VAR is called a DRS, I think it is.
Yeah.
But the whole time as they're reviewing a
You
play
hear everything.
or determining whether somebody's out or somebody's not out, they do video replays the whole time. They have tracking systems. But the key thing is that you can hear the conversation the whole time as they're going through it. So that way you can hear exactly why they're thinking this way. There's no room for a dispute, anything like this. With VAR, I have never understood why we have to sit there and we can't hear the conversation as well. That to me leads to me they're saying some stuff that they don't want out.
Same in rugby. They do the same in rugby.
Yeah,
You
they
hear
do.
everything
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the referees there.
Yeah, decide if they want to send somebody to the sin bin or not. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Ken, the VAR decision, where do you stand on that?
Yes, it was a blatant penalty. Don't know why
Huh?
you guys are debating. It was a penalty. It was. When you go in the box, let's not be sentimental here. Let's look at
No,
the rules.
no
Right?
sentimentals here, no.
It was a penalty. When you make contact in the box, you're asking for a decision, right? Especially in that manner. The player is always going to simulate. If it was us, if that was Highland, we'll be shouting for a penalty. It is a penalty. So
No, if that was Haaland, we would
Let
say
him
that we
finish.
got away with
Let
it.
him finish. Joe, let him finish.
no, it was a penalty. And we're wondering why decisions are going against us. It's because we need to make our own luck. When you play good football, everything will work for you. Things will start working for you.
True.
When you don't play good football, things will go against you. People already know that, okay, yeah, Man United, they're going to concede. It's only a matter of time. So anything that happens, they'll naturally go, oh, yeah, they're not good anyway. Do you know what I mean? That's just how these things work. If there was no contact, then, yeah, we can debate. But there was contact. Once there's contact and it goes to VAR, it's always going to be a penalty. I'm sorry. And people were saying we lost the game in the first half. How many times have United gone 2-0 up in the first half and ended up losing 4-2 in the second half? So I think we just need to understand what's going on here. Look at patterns. Look at what's going on. Just not think, okay, I think some people, we tend to look at games in isolation. Okay, let's look at this game. This is what happened in this game. Whilst it's good to do that, but look at what's happened in the last 10 games, 5 games, 7 games, 15 games. Can you see any similarities? If you can see similarities, then it's a pattern. Then you have to then address the pattern, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, VAR. Where do you stand on that decision today?
Oh, it's a pen. It's clumsy. It's running, not got the ball. It's one of them, like, if it's at Old Trafford, you might get away with that. Away, Westham at home, you're gonna get a penalty for that all day long. Like, he's not tried to play the ball. He's running and he's thought, oh, I'm not gonna get the ball and then hit the man.
Yeah.
Like, it's stopped, minimal contact, but it's just clumsy.
Alan Shearer said it wasn't a penalty.
If it was Maguire, we'd all be dissing him, saying, "Oh, he's so silly." But because it's Delete, a new signing,
Very good point.
we're trying to protect him. But it's a penalty.
Joe,
Penalty.
your time to shine.
Move on to the next person. I'm pulling up the video.
Devin, VAR.
Yeah, I was watching it again just now. As I was looking at this, to me, it looks like they're both trying to play the ball. What it looks like as well is before Ings goes in, it looks like he kind of like twists his body in a way as if he is going down as well. I just don't see how you can deem that to be a foul on Delete like that. And the next part to me is it's not clear, and I didn't see how it was a clear and obvious mistake on the on-field ref for them to reverse the call on field to make it a penalty decision.
Interesting.
And like I said, that if you see me looking at my phone, that's me staring at this clip over and over again, trying to be as
Yo, Devin, send me that clip. I'll put it on the video.
Are you on X?
No.
I just went on X and typed in Ings and searched the videos and you'll find
Ings? Okay. All right, Ings.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, like you said, I mean,
Or watch on
this
YouTube.
decision wouldn't have even mattered had we done what we were supposed to do.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed.
Hey, without a doubt. That does not excuse the poor finishing by the front players in the first half. But what I'm saying is, it just seems Man United, for all they have in the first half, then when they don't score, it's like they're out of breath. Second half, they're just trying and sustain. Then they concede. Then they try and go again. But when they had all the opportunities, because West Ham had no clue what was going on in the first half. They were just like, oh, okay. We'll just see. West Ham are not great. They're actually a very poor side this season. But we can't beat them.
Much better?
No, we can't, because they don't ask you who played better. They ask you who won the game. West Ham won the game. So that's that. So this is our fourth defeat.
I think we're the worst team in the league. I've watched Wolves play a lot this season. They've been unlucky, but Wolves have got a pattern and they play decent football. We are shocking. Like it's embarrassing.
Well, I can't
argue.
argue.
Wolves have scored 4 more goals than us this season, and they're bottom of the league.
I'm looking at this video now, actually. Ings and De Ligt's leg are together like this, with the ball in between. If you can see that, their legs are like that. That's De Ligt. This is Ings. It's equal, and the ball is in between, and it's a 50-50. And then Ings overreacts and drops to the ground.
Of course, he's going to do that.
I don't think it's a penalty.
He's always going to do that.
I don't think it's a penalty.
It's not a fucking penalty.
Oh, I'm not going to get it.
De Ligt backed out of it. And the other guy overreacted. No, but he stopped. De Ligt actually stopped and backed out of it.
For Alan
no,
Shearer,
I don't think he did.
For Alan
he
Shearer
backed out of it.
To say it wasn't a penalty, that is not a penalty. Alan Shearer is the most stunned against United. But for him to say it wasn't a penalty, that wasn't a penalty. Because
Alan Shearer doesn't have an agenda, unlike Kay and somebody else.
Bullshit, he doesn't have an agenda.
Joe, you can choose to live in cuckoo land. That's your problem. So if some people decide to live in cuckoo land and not see reality, what can I say?
Look at the video.
Look at the video. Let's look at this again.
Look at the video. Sorry, I can't see it.
Joe, you got to move out the shot. You got to move out the shot.
Invisible mode.
Let me get that shot. Look at this.
Look, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. I don't understand.
The Ligt's foot goes towards Ing. Ing pulls out.
But he also backs out.
No, but the Ligt's foot goes towards him.
There is very minimal contact.
Yeah,
Are you saying that no players can make contact with each other in the penalty box?
No, not in the box.
Not if you don't get the ball. Only if you get the ball.
But the ball is in between them. If you pause it, then when the ball's right in between there, pause it right there, the ball's directly between them. It's a 50-50.
Look at De Ligt's knee. Look at De Ligt's knee. Yeah, just look at his knee. Watch his knee.
I think it's such a soft penalty. But then this is all down to interpretation. And the VAR referee... The VAR referee's interpretation is that it's a penalty.
Look at Ings. Look at the way he goes down.
Exactly. It's like he's been shot.
Of course he will. Of course he will. That's what strikers do.
Look,
anything to win the
game. The thing is, like, Ings is already starting to twist to go down even before.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. He's already look at Ings. He's already maneuvering to fall down. Yeah,
look at that. You see, at that point there, he's already maneuvering like this.
Yeah.
And even before the contact, watch Ings' arm.
Yeah, look, he's backing out of it. They're both backing out of it. It's 50-50 and they both back out.
It's clear what we're seeing with our own eyes.
My
individuals are choosing not to look at it.
No, but my question is
the game's done, mate. We lost.
No, I gotta hear
soft penalty.
They are on this right now. What out of that made it deem that was a clear and obvious mistake by the on-field ref to not call it?
Mate, when there's a
Exactly.
contact in the box, it goes to VAR. As long as there's a contact, VAR always gonna give it. Let's not go on like we haven't been watching football for how many years. When there's contact, if you do not win the ball cleanly and it goes to VAR, it's a penalty.
100%.
That does not happen every week. That does not happen
But
every
yeah,
week, and you know
You're
this.
right. Yeah,
Ken?
you're right. It doesn't
Yeah.
happen every week, but you're giving the ref a decision to make.
Everything-
Like Roy
If you
Keane will
don't play the
say,
ball,
do not give the ref a decision to make.
exactly. If you don't kick the football and you touch a man in the box, it's a penalty.
I think De Ligt does make contact because the ball pops
He
up in the air.
He does make contact.
Yeah, so then if he's made contact with the ball
No,
and then
with the
Ings
man.
falls over,
No, but he made contact with the man.
no, he made contact with the ball.
Nah.
Look at it, watch. When it falls between them, the ball pops up. De Ligt's
Joe,
leg
you
is
look
there
at me
That
like
was
first.
actually
De Ligt's leg is there first.
He kicks him and then it comes off his thigh.
No, he doesn't kick him.
Look
Nah,
at
he
Delite's
He
right
doesn't.
foot.
He backs out. His leg is
Look at
retracted.
his right foot.
I think the
His
list
leg's
back in
retracted.
the list
Look at his
retracting.
right foot.
Yeah,
A lot
Yeah,
of-
he's
Yeah,
but it's
look at his
retracted.
right
Bro,
foot.
this is not a penalty. Why are we
It's
doing
Delay
this?
actually hits
It's
the
not a
ball
penalty.
first.
Joe,
He
it's not a
touches the-
Why-
penalty.
What?
He touches the
Oh
ball
my
first before he
God!
touches
Why you
the-
guys?
It's not a penalty, Joe.
This is insane. This is insane.
Look at
Yo,
to be
yo,
fair,
listen,
to be fair,
listen,
Delay
listen.
touches the ball
The
first.
ETH out contingent. I kind of feel like I'm gonna call it. You guys are just MAGA right now. Like you guys are just MAGA. Like you guys are like you guys are MAGA, right? ETH contingent out.
I saw it, Joe. I saw
Hey,
it.
Joe.
Joe,
Hey, Joe,
ETH
can you
out
move
is
aside for
MAGA.
a second?
did we? We did not give the penalty, did we? It was VAR.
Joe,
So why are you blaming us for? Why are you blaming us? Like what's?
hey, Joe, can you move aside
Either
for a
way,
second?
Okay.
Okay.
Like
So-
I think we're all in agreement.
Just
on
1
one
second.
thing.
Let me see it again.
Go on, Devin. Go on. Go on. One more
Hold
time.
on.
Let's see this
Then
one more
wants to
time.
look at this, and then I'll say this as well.
Alright.
Come on, man. De Ligt clearly touches the ball before he
But I
touches
think
Ings.
we're all in agreement on one
Clearly.
thing.
Yeah, De Ligt touches the ball
If
first. man.
if we had finished our chance in the first half, this would not have mattered as much.
Oh yeah, 100%. I said that from the beginning. Yeah,
I don't
it
think it's a
still
big
comes
game, in my
down
opinion.
to we finished
Not a
our
big game.
chance in the first half. This won't even matter.
Yeah.
But because we were struggling to get,
I think we'd still be upset about it that it was called against us, but it would not matter as much.
yeah. So they have to. The players have to look.
Yeah,
at
Joe, you
themselves
good. You
like,
can sit down
why
now.
can't they score? Why can't they score? We seem to be the lowest scoring team in Europa, lowest scoring team in Premier League. What is the
Thank you,
effing problem?
Tim. You've just hit the nail on the head.
It's just
Is
not
that all
good
down
enough.
to? Let me ask you, Tim. Is that all down to missed chances? The fact that we're on -3 goal difference, is that purely down to
Accountability.
three players
So,
missing?
No,
so,
the bigger. It's
what
not
do they
just
do? What
down
do
to
they
missed
practice?
chances.
What do they
It's-
practice in
Thank you.
training? What do they do in
It's
training?
the-
What do they do in training?
It's the way we play in as a whole.
Tim,
The way we
How
play
many
as a
games
whole.
did we
Thank
lose
you,
last
Ben.
year? How many
Hmm?
games did we lose last year, Tim?
In the Premier League?
14.
Ouch. Yeah, I remember
Why is that? Because we don't score enough goals.
Yeah.
Same this season.
But last season we didn't create chances. Now we're creating and can't finish. It's the, no.
Now, to be fair,
yep.
yeah,
Can
we
you
Move the
weren't creating
goalpost.
chances.
You gonna move the
Last
goalpost now?
We weren't
Okay,
creating
so-
chances
so
last
move the
season.
goalpost.
Let's
Okay,
be
you're
honest,
trying
we
to
weren't
say-
creating
hold on.
chances last season.
No, okay, you got to
Okay.
be honest now, right?
We weren't.
How
Okay,
far,
you got great-
I just want to know how far
Great
K wants to
goal.
move this goalpost.
What,
No,
what-
no,
Create
no,
more
hold on,
chances this season.
hold on.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Even the most staunch Ten Hag out fan will say this season we are creating more than last season.
No, but Tim, what you're forgetting is.
hold on. Hold on. But
Yeah, go on.
last season we created so few. Holland we were not even getting the chances and we didn't score. This
I
season
agree
we're
with that.
creating and still
But
not
Tim,
scoring.
what a lot of fans forget is no club stands still. All the other teams have improved.
Of course.
So we're
100%.
creating more than last season, but other teams are creating a lot more than last season. So
Yes.
we've shifted 1%. They might have shifted 5%. We're
Yeah.
still not good enough.
Oh, I agree.
But are
So
we
that-
heading in the
that's
right
what I'm getting
direction if we trust
So-
the process?
Let's try this
But
question out.
next season we'll be scoring goals.
Vim, after today now, after you've seen the game today, you've seen this after the season
All I
so
can do is
far.
just laugh at this point,
After
man.
the season so far up to this point, Vim, what do you want next? What do you want next to happen
Next-
after today's game and
After
the season
today?
so far? Yeah, what
wait.
would you want?
I mean, we know what he
No,
wants.
No. Let's go.
No,
quickly.
I'm not saying that because I don't think they're going to sack him. I think they're going to keep him for
They're
the
not
season.
going to sack him.
So
Yeah,
what
I think
next
they're
for
gonna keep-
United? What next?
I think most of the players are playing for him. I think there's a few that don't play for him, and I think our performances are getting better. But we are so poor in front of goal, and I think the team doesn't have any confidence in front of goal. Even our front players are just don't have the confidence they need to have in front of goal. And so I just want us to keep going in this upward trajectory. It may be very gradual, but just keep playing for the guy and try and win games and play for each other. And then come end of season, take stock of where we are. We may be in 15th, we may be in 10th, and then make a decision. But I think we are making small improvements. Rashford, to me, though, I do not think plays for him. I'm seeing small improvements. I don't think Rashford plays for him.
Man. This is what we've come to.
Joe will talk about Rashford separately. All right,
I think Rashford was really bad, though. He wasn't tracking at all.
Up to today, from the season, what do you want next? Where do United go next?
I want to enjoy watching Man United play football.
I scored 4 today. Imagine if we scored 4 today. That would be enjoyable, right? It would have been a good game. If we scored those 4.
Watching them play. I don't enjoy watching them play.
The first half was good.
Okay, let Kay finish. So, Kay, you said...
what I'm asking for is miracles. It's not going to happen.
Right. Okay. Let's go to Ken. Ken, today, another defeat. Another wasteful hatch of chances. A hatful of chances missed. The season, same thing against Fenerbahce, had the best chances, can't finish. What do you want next?
Well, let's go back to last week. What did I ask last week? The question I asked last week was, when was the last time we've won back-to-back games, right?
Yeah, you said so. Yeah.
And no one could answer the question.
Well, you were saying back,
and I said, I won't say anything until we play West Ham. Lo and behold, what's happened? We're here. People are saying penalty, missed chances. What did I say last week, please? Can someone remind me what I said last week?
When did we win back-to-back games?
I feel like people are just being people.
What, did people get excited because we beat Brentford? Did people get excited because we beat Brentford?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys! You got sucked in. You got sucked in one game.
I wasn't excited.
Nah.
It was good football, though. It was good football.
The second half was good football. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true.
To be honest with you, right?
We have not won Premier League games.
I don't know what you guys are watching, though, man.
Wait, I will always be happy. I will always be happy when Manchester United wins a game. You guys are making it seem like we need to. We're shitty fans or we're complacent in their mediocrity because we're can we how long can we celebrate a win before we need to dial it back according to you guys, right? Because if I just want to celebrate a win for my club, right, do I need to wait? Right, it's celebrating. It's celebrating more than 3 hours too much, right? Don't get gas now. Now next week. We're gonna see the same. No panners. Can I just celebrate?
Joe,
right?
Joe.
The thing is, we have to take it game by game, right? Look, we are fans. When we watch them play good football, we should be happy for them. Doesn't matter what the overall agenda is about Tenor getting sacked. It's going to happen at some point anyway. But we're not in control of it, so we should enjoy each game and critique it game by game.
Yep,
and be fair. When they play well.
Standards
give them credit.
Lowered so badly.
Doesn't matter, but you have to take it game by game. Take it game by game.
Let me go to Devin.
We're talking like a relegation team. Enjoy the win when we get it. That's what relegation.
We have to take it. We have to take it when it comes along.
Brentford Championship.
Let's head.
But we have to take it when it comes along.
Wow. Devin, go on.
All right. What I would like to see
that's our level, though,
is the team progress beyond being just a cup team, because it seems for well over a season now, it's for some reason we're off it in the league, but when it comes to the cup competitions, all of a sudden we play on a different level. Whether it's the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, I want to see us actually be a legitimate team in the league as well. Because last I checked, this year, after Europa League, whatever happens, we can't get into Champions League just by winning these cups. So I want to see that form get over back into the league. And I mean, I said it when we lifted the FA Cup that Ten Hag, I believe, had it to Christmas to get it worked out.
Right.
We are nowhere near that right now.
Nope.
Yeah.
And the next part that I've looked into as well is this season still salvageable? And part of me says yes on that with the right coaching, but if it's not going to be him, the sooner you do the change, the better. At least we can see what's going to happen.
Yep.
But
Let me
now,
that question.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, I just want to
Let's-
add to your point what you said. I think that's a question. Let's ask that question towards the question time.
But,
During
but,
question
but,
time.
let me come back to this. The other part of me now is like, if we're not going to do that, is this season just written off like the other ones? Like we just see if there's a chance to turn it around and then just sack him at the end of the season when we could have gotten something out of the season. And that's where I'm torn about.
Interesting. Joe.
Question, David. Good question.
What's the question again?
Joe, the question is as of now, we've lost game number 4 in the Premier League. You've seen where we are in the Europa League. You've seen where we are up to now. Where do we go from here?
It depends on the wants on the manager and the players. If Ten Hag wants to keep his job, he will drop Bruno Fernandes and he will drop Marcus Rashford and formulate a pattern that will allow the ones that are there to be successful, right? If certain players want to be successful in Manchester United, people such as Rashford, if he'll have to change his game. So it really doesn't matter what we want at all. Like there's too many people at this club that want different things, right? This team is not focused. What I want, right, is to have a team that is focused on one thing, right? And too many times we're watching it. Ten Hag has his plan. Bruno has his plan. Rashford has his plan. Garnacho has his plan. And I don't know who can bring that all together. Because it certainly is, in the last few years, it has not been a manager because he has not had the authority to do so. So maybe if it's the back end of the front office, something needs to happen that can get these individuals to lock into one plan. And I feel like once we get there, then we can start looking forward. Because right now, it's just not going to work if we all have different ideas of how to play football. If we all have different ideas of how to manage players, the entire from top to bottom has to be on the same page, and that's what I feel other teams have, and we don't.
So maybe they're
Thank
not
you.
on the same page because they don't know what that page is, and maybe that page has to be conveyed as a team. Maybe they don't understand what they're all doing, and is it a system issue again? I don't know. What's it all come down to? Why aren't they all on the same page? Why do they have so much free reign to do what they want?
I feel like just like any other organization, right? There's hierarchies, right? Just like the military. We have a rank system for a reason. This individual at this rank is these are his duties, and we trust him to fulfill those duties. If you go against that individual, you are going against our edict on how that individual is supposed to like run his shit, right? If players don't have that idea instilled in their head that if I go against this guy, I'm going against them motherfuckers, it will never work at this team. And I feel like
where does that message come from, though, Joe? That's the thing. Where's that message coming from?
It comes from upper management. It comes from the motherfucking top.
So board
The
level,
guy, board level,
owners, Ineos, and everyone else.
all owners, Ineos. You know what? It even comes from a certain individual like Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, Joe, quick thing. Well, you remember when we started,
That's-
we want the American version of finishing school in America is called charm school.
Charm school.
Yeah.
Yeah, charm. So because my wife went to that, it's what they teach them how to be ladies, how to these are what they teach them. It's called charm school in America. In English, it's called finishing school.
Yeah. Oh, it's 18 to 25, by the way.
Yeah.
That's when I go to finishing.
Wait, do they do that while they're in college?
Well, it's from 18 to
25.
25. So yes,
or
while
is
they're at
it a
college.
type of? Is it a type of like
It's-
girls'
it's-
academy?
it's-
that-
I
It's
think
in
this
addition
part
to-
can be-
kind of
I
like
think this
that.
part can be the question section.
I'm really
Yeah.
confused about this. Like, I really need to know what the hell is this?
Wait, so the
Charm
question
school
is,
and
where do we
finishing
go
school,
from
same
here?
thing, just different terms. So
So
where we go from there?
when do we go? When do we send our players to finishing school? That's the question.
What is Ruud van Nistelrooy doing in training? What is he doing with the triangles? What is he doing? I really want to know what he's doing. He can see the finishing is so bad, so it should be his responsibility to make sure they have to
Okay,
keep
so-
running these plays
Man,
on
this
one-on-ones
is-
and one-on-ones.
Tim,
and
let me answer
one-on-ones
that
and go on.
question. Let
Go on.
me
Go
answer
ahead.
that question. It's a good
Yes.
question around Van Nistelrooy. Right, we saw Van Nistelrooy argue with Ten Hag last week or the week before.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's clear that some of the things that Van Nistelrooy wants to do, he's not allowed. He's an
Speculation.
assistant.
Speculation, bro.
He's a-
Speculation.
Let him finish,
he's an
Joe. Let
assistant.
him finish.
Joe, you can choose to live in cuckoo land, mate. That's you, yeah. You just live in cuckoo land. Anyway,
Living in Cuckoo Land
No,
is
but
just
Ken,
taking
you can't-
stuff
you
that you
can't
see in the
say
media
no.
and just
Can
extrapolating
you-
in that way.
We don't
You
know
have
what
no
was said.
basis. There
We
was
don't know what was
absolutely
said.
no basis into
it
what
was clear.
the kind of
It was
analysis
clear.
you're
It
giving
was
us.
all over the media.
It looks like it. It looks like it. You
But
can't
we don't
say
know
for
what
it.
was said, right?
You don't know what was
We don't know
said.
what was said,
That's
yeah.
what it looks like.
But
Yeah.
that's what it looks like. So Van Nistelrooy cannot override Ten Hag. If he says,
Right.
look, I want us to do this type of practice, and
Yeah.
Ten Hag says, no, I want us to do this, he
Yeah.
will go with Ten Hag's decision.
Yes.
That's just how it works. So when we
Yes.
say Van Nistelrooy needs to be, what's he doing? He's an assistant. That's how
Right.
it works.
Doesn't the assistant have an input and suggestion? Like
Suggestion,
when
yes.
if I was listening to Overlap and Paul Scholes and Gary Neville were talking about the Champions League semi-final against Barcelona 08. He said Quiros brought a carpet and he said Carrick and Scholes, you have to be in these areas at all time to counter Xavi and Iniesta at all times. He brought a whole carpet on the field and said this is where you need to be at all times. And
But you
it
know why
played
that
out.
is? You know why that is, right? You know Fergie stepped away and let
Yes,
Queiroz manage the team.
yes.
Ten Hag's not doing that, is he?
I
Does
get it.
You think,
And
there
he
you
will
go.
see
You think Ten
himself-
Hag's someone that will step away? He's not. He's
He
an
will see
arrogant
himself with a P45.
clown. He's
Let
not
him
gonna-
carry on.
Yeah, he's not going to do that. He's so arrogant. He's bullying He wants everything to be, it's my way or bust.
Well,
Fergie stepped out.
the
Queiroz came
unemployment
in.
line is not too far.
Style of football.
Let him carry on.
That's
Unemployment line.
what it is.
Question time, quickly. We are now in injury time. Question time. Let's go.
The thing is with I've got questions. So with Ten Hag's coaching methods, right? So you say that I mean the general consensus today is quite stubborn. He's a tactician. He's good at what he does, but he's somehow not getting the team to play the kind of football that in his mind he envisions, and he's not able to perhaps maybe not communicate that out to his first team coaches and the people that look after the players on the field. So do you feel there is some disconnect there? Is there a lack of communication, or have the players stopped respecting him? Was it just a complete breakdown in everything that's going on, that he can't get people to play to his vision? What is going on? Do you think there's a complete breakdown in everything?
I think there's
What's going on?
I think the players.
I think there's a
I'm
bit of
trying
a
not to
disconnect.
think. I'm trying not to say it's the quality of players we have, but I think some of them finding how to comprehend and follow instructions of what is expected of them. Because, like Brendan McCarthy said, these guys follow all the instructions in training. On game day, they're looking at a team like, what the hell is wrong? So there might be a mind thing, it might be a psychological thing, maybe they're scared. I don't know, but there is a big disconnect between what Ten Hag wants, what the players are doing, because
But Tim,
is not working out.
Do you think there's
But
also
to
a
be fair-
disconnect between the Ten Hag and the coaches as well?
I
That's
think there is
possible
as well,
too.
yes.
I
That's a
think
possibility.
That's a
think
big
there
problem
is.
then, isn't there? If there's a
Oh,
disconnect
I'll put
between
it
coaches.
to you this way, like from my experience in the Marine Corps, when you were issuing orders, you had to make sure that what you issued was clear and concise.
Exactly.
And at that point, you ask questions as well. Does anybody have any questions, anything like this? So you make sure that it's done this way. I don't think that what his vision is, he's being clear and concise enough with everybody.
That's what I think. Yep.
I think I really think that too. I think there's no
I don't think they
yeah
understand what he wants.
yeah I don't think they understand what it seems because you can't. I mean, if you look, I know, yeah, people say, yeah, the quality of the players, like we may not have the quality of the players. Yeah, some players might not be of the high quality that we expect, but I mean, not the whole team. Come on, not the whole team. You can't. I mean, these are players that have played good football in other teams or with their countries.
Yep.
So I mean, they should be able to at United. It's just when you put it all together. And I also think players like Bruno and Rashford don't help the system, in my opinion. I just think them two players are just
Stuck in their ways.
they're just stuck in they're just who they are, and they just can't. I just don't the way Ten Hag truly really wants to play. I don't see how Bruno and Rashford fit into that. He's
So,
just
okay.
yeah.
So it looks like we're just making excuses for this guy. We've practically
No excuses.
packaged.
No,
We've
I'm not making
packaged.
excuses for
Yeah, let
him.
me finish. We've
Yeah.
packaged the entire Ajax team, right? We've gone to different clubs where this is the team that he had when he was most successful, right? We've gone to Bayern Munich, we've got De Ligt. We've gone to Bayern Munich, we've got Mazraoui. We've gone to Inter Milan, we've got Onana. We've gone everywhere. We've got players that he wanted, guys. So these
Okay.
players are players that he brought through the academy. So if he's not, if they still can't understand him, then I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. What else can we do? When we've brought players that he's worked with in the past, Amrabat, he plays him at left back, then he doesn't know how to play. All the players we've bought for this
I
guy
mean, he had no
are
choice
players
but to play
that
him at
he's
left back though,
even when he played,
because we
he
didn't
wasn't
have a
even
left
playing
back.
it. Yeah, but he wasn't even playing him at some point. He
Yeah,
wasn't
Yeah,
true.
even
because
playing him.
because he wasn't playing well.
He wasn't playing well.
His performance on the pitch was
Don't
not good
forget there's
enough.
also Mason Mount.
Mason,
Bems, what about when he played Mazzarari in the 10? What's
Oh,
that?
that one that one was stupid.
This is
oh,
like,
That one was stupid. That one I mean he was definitely high on something. Plus with like also drunk at the same time. That I just don't know. Yeah, that one, it blows my mind to think about it till this day. Like
This is a mess, mate.
Mazrari he was non-existent in that
He
first
was
half.
non-existent that first half. But I
Oh yeah,
mean,
I don't know,
I
man.
don't know what to
I'm
say,
tired.
man. This game just
I'm
hit me
tired.
for it just hit me because
I'm like, hey man, I just I want to watch United play entertaining football at some point. Like this is how I felt today, right? After the game, I was like, man, Arsenal Liverpool. I knew that was if I want to enjoy football, that's the game I need to watch.
yep,
But at the back of my mind, I'm like, man, my
my
team is
friend.
useless. And I'm watching another team play the way I really want to
Yep.
enjoy watching football.
Even
But
Bournemouth play
but then
better
just
football.
thinking about United, it just hurts. Like, man, why can't we just do this?
Yep,
And then I'm like, am I really supporting the right team? I mean, I
yep.
was watching the Arsenal Liverpool game. I was like, man, I wish I was I wish I was a Liverpool fan. I wish I was an Arsenal fan because at least they're enjoying
Yeah,
their weekends.
yep.
My weekends is every weekend is
The
like I just
weekends are
don't
a
know what
bad
I'm gonna
week.
get. I don't know what
Yep.
I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna get. It's sad. I'm tired. I think I am Ten Hag. Like this is like I said in the chat. I think at this point, I mean,
Time for change.
I think
oh,
I'm sorry,
Twitter,
guys. I'm
8.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys, man. Ten Hag is yeah. At
just
some
say your
point,
speak your mind, Bem. Speak your
you have
mind.
to change. You have
Let
to
it out,
change.
son. Let it out.
I'm not in the
So
business of sacking. I don't think sacking Ten Hag is gonna change
right.
anything at this
So
club.
okay.
But
I'm just going to ask you
but
straight down the middle. No left or right. Devin, as it stands, do you want to change? Get rid of him now?
Yes.
Okay. Bems, do you want to get rid of him now?
I, I think I think we need a change of something.
Yeah, yes
for
or no?
results to
Okay.
change. We need
All
a
right.
change of something. That's
Bim,
all I can
It's
say.
trending. Don't tell that guy it's trending. It's trending.
Bim, is it time for a change?
Me,
Yeah,
I think to get this team functioning
yeah.
in every way, I think we have to change something, and I think it's got to be the head coach. I think the head coach is not able to communicate his methods. He's not able to communicate his vision, and I don't think all the coaches fully buy into it. And I certainly think the players don't buy into it.
Right.
And so that's a problem. So that our team is just disjointed at player level, coach level, and as a whole function, as a whole unit. So we have to change it. And unfortunately, it does fall on the head coach.
Okay. Okay. Time for change?
Yeah, job center's waiting. P45, bye-bye. Cash that check in.
Those of you don't understand, P45 is the equivalent of a pink slip in US. I think sacked a letter. Ken, time for change?
I just want to answer. Go back to the question that Devin asked. I thought it was a great question. Can we still salvage the season?
Well, hold on.
Well, what Joe?
Let's answer
Joe,
the question. And
let's answer because Joe
Yeah,
hasn't
after
answered
the-
yet though.
Based on that
Time for
question,
change? Time for
we should
change,
have
Ken?
done. Yes, we should have done it ages ago. Ages
Okay.
ago. You know, after
Okay.
the Liverpool game.
All right.
Yeah.
So, man, time for change?
Based on these players, absolutely not.
What? What did you say in
No.
your video? F Man United, and you walked off the screen. I saw your
I
video.
said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe,
I-
Joe, play that video. Let this people see. This guy I've never seen. You guys have never seen Joe in this light. Joe, pull the video
No,
up.
it's because he remembered me. Remember, he wanted to go. Ken, I told you so. We were gonna win.
Joe, pull up the
And
video.
as soon as the penalty went in, he thought, "Oh no,
Man.
Ken's gonna get me."
I cannot confirm or deny that the idea of listening to Ken came into affected my comments earlier today.
For me,
I
something
cannot
needs to
confirm or
change.
deny.
Something needs to
You're
change.
trending in TikTok at the moment. 600 views, bro. You're shouting.
This is like
Something needs to change.
no. But yeah, something does need to change. But
No, I never see you so upset on the video.
I am seeing patterns that are putting us in positions, and we're not executing. At the end of the day, we need these guys to execute. Until these guys start executing on the pitch, it does not matter who we bring in. It will
You
never
don't
matter.
think another manager can get them to
We
execute?
have key players. We have key players for some reason are not listening to the manager.
So then, if
And-
the manager doesn't have
Joe.
you know what to drop
Joe.
them, and does that not
Joe.
fall on the manager?
Unless the manager is tied behind his hands, got his hands tied behind his back. And yes, and I will say this: if Ten Hag continues in this, the perpetual starting of players, that if he's going into his third phase, because this is the third phase, fellas, right?
Yeah.
The delusion with the press, he's making wild Jose comments now, right? Starting players that don't deserve it, right? This is the third phase. If he continues in it, I will have no problem if Ineos sacks him. I have no problem.
From when he
Because
said we
it-
won
now
on
it's-
XG, that's what you'd expect a kid to say.
Yeah,
He's
but
got to go.
Did you hear when he said we should
But
just
to be-
forget
Fams,
about
this
the Spurs
motherfucker said
game?
XG, bro.
He said
We won on XG. Is
he
he
said forget
serious?
he said forget the
Nah.
Spurs game. He said I don't care about the Spurs game. We got a red card. That's why we lost. Remember?
Oh,
No, he didn't
man.
say that.
So lost to Spurs, lost to Liverpool,
Nah,
lost to
injuries,
West
Joe.
Ham. Who was the
XG,
fourth
kind of
team? Who was the other
comments.
one?
red card.
This is what these managers make
Right.
towards the end.
Yeah,
man. They start to
Ten
make
Hag
those-
is talking like
Tim,
like
it
a
was right.
fucking
It was right.
YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Nah, but
He's
something's
trying to
gotta
go
change,
viral.
man.
He's trying to go viral.
Something has to
We won on
change.
XG.
The thing
So-
about it is that
He's gonna
you
start a
can't-
podcast after he's done.
You can't sack all the players. That's not possible.
Yeah.
The easiest thing to do is sack the manager. Something has to change. Either Ten Hag I guess maybe just allow Rude to do things his way, and you just be like Fergie for a little bit. Let's see what happens,
Nah,
man.
he ain't
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
that.
But some needs to change, man. Something needs to change because there is no. I mean, we've been down this road. I'm like every week. I'm like, man, the same shit again.
different
The
day.
same shit again.
It's the
I'm like,
literal
God,
definition of insanity.
man.
But you know the only
same
thing though,
every week.
with his third season, he's been backed. The other managers didn't get backed in their
100%.
third season, and we've
That's
got
very
worse.
true. That's
Got
true.
worse, yeah.
Man,
I-
we lost how many games now? 5?
4 in the Premier League.
Four.
Four.
4 in the
And we're
Premier
on
League.
-3.
And,
Yeah.
and
So
we're not
lost to
even.
Liverpool, lost
And we're how many
to,
games in? How many
Nine.
games in
9
now?
games.
9 games.
We're 12 points off
Oh,
the top
man.
already. We're
Hey,
12 points off
man.
the
We've
top.
won 3, we've lost 4, and we've drawn 2.
Let's. I mean, we're trying to get into top 4. We're struggling to hold the fourth.
Oh,
Well,
if the goal,
The
if
fourth
the goal is
position
to,
from the back of the league. That's
Yeah.
terrible. We're
And the
not
team
far
should
from.
be
I will
Fulham.
say this: if the goal is to get top 4, yeah, he has to be sacked now.
And we're 7 points off top 4
Because
already.
with-
Realize
that is the
this,
goal.
Joe.
That is the goal.
With
Joe.
with
Yeah, Ken, you heard it right. Joe,
if
can you
the-
repeat
United
that
manager.
sentence again? We didn't quite hear that.
if the goal is to just get top 4, right? Regardless of form, of what we look like, or anything outside of that, if the goal is just to just scumbag our way to top 4, right? Then the change has to be made. If we are building something, if we're still trying to build something, right? He has to stay. That's a
Build
question
what?
that Ineos.
What? A
we,
rubbish
we have to
What's
Listen,
the building? A rubbish bit.
listen. What's happening is we are making what we are doing is we are making incremental changes and incremental progress. It is not fast enough for all of us, including me. It's not fast enough, right?
Man.
But if we want, but that build, right, still needs to happen. Whether we remove Ten Hag, the next person has to then come in and start on that build, right? So if the next person that's coming in is a guy that's just going to get us top 4, but not necessarily the one that can build, that's up to you guys.
I
Look
think
at
we are
the
building
rest of-
There are
something.
people out there. There are people out there that
Joe,
can just come in and get us top 4.
Joe,
we
I
say we
do,
sack
I
him
do
now?
agree that he's
Tuchel
building
is no more
something.
available. Who are we
Who's
replacing him
building?
with?
Ten Hag building
We're,
something.
you know what we're building? We're
I do-
building to become a good championship team.
No, do you know what he's
That's it.
building? He's building a
100%.
bonfire ready for bonfires night. And burn it down. That's what he's building. A
Guys, look
bonfire.
at Chelsea. Look
No,
at
no,
Chelsea.
no.
Oh, the
Look at Chelsea.
bonfire,
I do-
the
Go on,
bonfire.
I do agree. See, look, you guys gotta look
Ten
at it
Hag.
look at it as a whole, right? United is the biggest club in England and one of the biggest clubs in the world. It is not easy to put on that shirt, man. I'm not good. It's not easy to put on. So the pressure at United is a lot more than Chelsea. It's a lot more than any other club in England. So you got to look into. You got to take that into account. I think Ten Hag is building something, but the thing
Tell me
is,
what he's building, please.
it's taking too long for
It's
taking
taking
too
too
long
long.
for
Tell
me.
me what he's
It's
building.
building
Let's
a
Lego.
come
toy,
out.
a toy car.
Is he
Like,
building
Hey,
a
man,
Lego?
we-
Lego city?
No, it's taking way too long because the results, right? And the way my thing is the way we play, man, is I like Ten Hag, but dude,
Yeah.
man, I'm tired of the way we. It's like
Yeah.
I keep saying this. I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's
Ben, I feel you, mate. I feel you.
we need to be on roadblocks. He's still on Lego. I get
Man.
that, man. I get
in my
that.
opinion.
He's
In
on
my
Duplo.
opinion,
He's on
All
We've
right,
only
Duplo.
played-
I still want my
we've only
question
played-
answered by the panel.
good one.
Okay.
For one
Oh,
half
what's the
of whole
question? What's the
season.
question?
Can the
So-
season be salvaged?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Can
not.
this
Can't
season
be
be
solved.
salvaged?
It depends on
Yes,
what
if we get
the
rid of the
season.
manager
What
tomorrow.
it depends on your definition of the
But
season.
top four is gone though.
Okay, you know
Top four is
what?
gone.
You know what? This
Top
is.
four is done.
I will say this: we are in Europa League or higher next year.
Man, we're not even making Europa League, man.
Mm.
At this rate,
Okay.
we're not even making Conference League.
Thanks.
At this rate,
And I will even.
we're
I will
closer to
even.
regular.
Okay,
I will
we played
even
what?
include
8
winning the
games?
FA
Is it
Cup
8
in
games or
there.
9
We'll
games
play
now?
for
8
Europa
games
League.
or 9 games? 8? How many games we play in the Premier League now? 9 or
Nine.
8?
Nine.
So we've lost 4. 1,
Yeah.
2, and drawn 3.
That's
No.
50% almost.
No. We've lost 5.
No, we lost
This is
4.
No,
not
in the league.
Four in the league.
In the
But
league.
let's look at the teams we actually beat. Look at the teams we beat. We scraped
Man,
through
West Ham,
Fulham.
man.
We scraped through Fulham. We
Southampton.
narrowly beat Brentford, and Southampton was against 10 men, and we missed the penalty. That's the games we've let that sink.
Okay,
Look at those
name the
teams.
teams we've lost to.
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
And why do
Brighton.
we have to do that?
No, go on.
This is
Liverpool, Brighton, West Ham, and what's the fourth?
Today, West Ham.
No, I said that. It's
West Ham, yeah.
Liverpool,
West Ham,
Brighton,
Brighton, Liverpool, and
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham.
So
Oh,
2 at home, 2 away.
Yeah,
That's
we
12 points.
in our
And Crystal Palace beat Tottenham today.
Look, right, I'll put it this way. Let's be honest. If you want to make top four, you gotta be winning your home games, man. We ain't
100%.
doing that.
No,
We're not doing that. We're not
you
doing
can't
that.
win your home game,
West Ham away. West Ham has been useless the whole season.
Yeah.
I
We
know.
lose to West Ham.
We always
I
struggle
know.
to get away at West Ham.
West Ham is gonna get slapped next week.
Yeah,
They're gonna get
of course,
slapped,
100%.
Yeah.
yeah.
and we
Well,
lose.
We wanted to. Has anyone finished answering Devin's question about can this even be salvaged? Before we go.
It depends. Devin has to define salvage. Devin has to define the
I
season.
don't think this season
can be
It's
salvaged
it top four?
because
No. I
these players
said
are not
in
consistent enough
Europa
to even
League,
do it under
whether
the new
by
manager.
Europa League or higher, whether by winning the FA Cup or finishing league-wise in the table.
Yes, it can. It can. But
Yeah,
we
it still
have to
can,
make that
yeah.
change today. The longer we leave, if we leave this till December, the morale right now, when we started the season, morale's here, right? Right now, morale's here. If we leave it, morale's going to drop all the way down. And even if you bring in Pep, it will take ages to bring up. That's one thing with United. We've always left it to the morale of the players are so low. And then when a new manager comes in, he
Who
literally
is
has
this
to
new
work.
manager we have in mind? Because Tuchel's gone. Is it Potter and Southgate? That's who I can see.
No one is gonna be rude to the end of the season, man.
Okay,
You can't bring anyone else.
That's a lot.
That's a long.
That's a lot.
The inches don't mean take
that's
like
a lot
the
for
last
Ruud.
10,
The
20,
thing is,
but
there's
this
no one
is-
available. There's no
There
one
isn't
available.
There isn't.
There,
Potter's available. Southgate's available.
Xavi's
come on, man,
available.
Tim, man. You want to get you want to do
No,
Potter?
Xavi's available.
Let him make pots at United or something, or I don't know.
So
Pots ain't gonna do shit.
It's, well, because Ken said Xavi's available,
Xavi, I don't want that dude.
but he also his track record with Barcelona, obviously, as a manager, was not that good.
Wasn't great. So why are we bringing him?
Like
There is no
that's why
good
Ken,
option.
can you hear me?
There's no good
Ken, can you hear
replacement.
me?
Yeah,
Well,
If you want to get a new manager, in my opinion,
Ken,
if you want to get a new man, get one of the top
Ken.
managers in the world.
Ken,
if you're gonna replace-
I'm saying, I
Ken,
want to ask Ken, what would Xavi bring to the table? Because obviously he does not have the best track record as only managerial experience.
Ken,
We need
Go on.
okay. So let's look. To answer your question, we've gone for managers that we've thought will do well. Yeah. Why don't we try something else?
A manager that we don't think is gonna do well.
Can I? So look at Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick was terrible for Germany. Hansi Flick was terrible for Germany. Look at him at Barcelona now. So you don't know what you're going to get. Xavi's
I
an
don't
experienced manager. So at this moment, I'll take anyone. But I think Xavi, bring him in, give him a 2-year. Give him. Let me finish. Give him a
Then you're in a
2-year
worse position.
contract.
Then
If he doesn't perform, get rid of it. All these sentiments about let's give managers 10 years. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. The director of football defines the style of play. So a director of football will go, okay, I want Manchester United Football Club to play possession-based football, right? We'll buy players to suit that system. We'll find a manager to suit that system. If this manager doesn't do it, go. We'll bring another one. That way, you've got a set of players that will always maintain that strategy. That's how it should be.
Okay.
So if Xavi comes in and we don't even know what our style of play should be, what the director of football wants to do. If he says it's a possession-based football, then Xavi's the right man. Let him come in, give him a 2-year contract. If it doesn't work, sack him, bring someone else in.
But what if Xavi
no
comes and
sentiments.
says, "Oh, but I need this player, I need this player, I need this
of
player."
course he's gonna get rid of players he doesn't
we
want
have
and
to
bring
tell
ones he
him that,
wants.
look, we've got these players today. You have to establish the style of play with the current set of players before we buy players. That's what we need to do.
Tuchel said no.
What about Allegri or
A lot of managers
Inzaghi?
won't take the job that way, Ken. I'm telling you, a lot of managers
Find
won't take the
someone that
job.
eventually someone
Just
The
Basically-
managers that would take
Ken-
the job are like the managers that
Ken just
the
basically-
mediocre managers that would take
Can
the
you
job.
just basically
No.
describe the Glazer strategy? I mean, you got 2 years to
No,
figure it out.
no,
If
Glazer didn't
not,
have
you're
a-
out.
There was
The
no
top
technical
managers won't
director.
take the job. I'm telling you.
That's
no
the
technical
Glazer
director.
strategy, bro.
One at a time.
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
Glazer.
It's not.
The top
Because the
managers
Glazers
won't
didn't
take the
have a
job.
technical director that would define the style of play and strategy for Man United. We didn't have that. It was just a case of hit and hope. Let's just bring players for different managers. You come
And
in
you're saying,
and say,
what if the director of football says this manager needs 3-4 years? What if the director of football right now says Ten Hag needs another 2 years? Are you going to be happy with that?
No,
Are you going to be okay
no.
with that?
We'll never
No,
say
Because that's the
that.
director of
For
football.
him to
United
get those
Football
2
Club.
years, we have to be in top
You have to
form.
see
5
something.
years.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
we
have
would
to
have
see
had
So
5
you,
something.
you have to
Yeah,
decide
this is
whether
bad. This is bad. This is bad.
you have to decide whether you count on the words and the strategy and the logic of the director of football or not. Right? If you're saying that this is how we're going to move with the director of
so
football,
what did
the
our
director of football
CEO
makes
say?
these kind of decisions.
Our CEO said we should win the league by this is 2028.
The plan
So
is
that's the strategy.
The plan is
Yeah,
by
that's the
2028.
plan.
50th anniversary of Buggy Base.
But that ain't gonna happen though.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. So that means the manager has to go. So that's why I talk about strategy and style of play. So if we have to win the league by 2028, it means that by 2025, 2026, we should have a clear style of play, right?
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen under Ten Hag. So why is he still there?
Right. Okay. Deb, we're gonna we're injury time, literally overtime now. Last words, your final words for the week. Come on, Devin, go on. Final words.
If we want to salvage the season, we got to make a change sooner than later.
Okay. Bams, final words.
My final words is I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. That's my final words.
Ken, final words.
Get this clown out of my club.
Okay, final words.
XG champions.
Even Joe had to laugh at that one.
Oh man.
Joe, final words. These motherfuckers.
I cannot defend indefensible. I'm just vibing right now at this point. I'm just hoping for the best. Hoping for success. That's all. Just
The way you went off on the rant today, I've never seen you go off like that.
Yeah, he
Joe, can you play that clip?
The week before it was 1 Ten Hag, 2 Ten Hag, 3 4 Ten Hag, 5 Ten Hag.
Joe, can you play it?
wait. All right, let me see.
Oh, you were
While you're pulling it,
y'all
while you're pulling the clip.
you were singing the Ten Hag song?
Yeah. I sent it to them. You was in the video.
Joe singing.
While Joe's pulling up the clip, Vim, final words for today for United. Final words.
To save our club.
Ken as well.
Yeah, to save our club, to save this season, we've got to go out and try and get the best possible manager we can at the moment because it's just not working right now. So Zidane or Inzaghi, someone out there, just
All right, hold on.
let's try. Try and go and get someone who knows how to win stuff, and
Right.
that is a good man manager. I think man manager is quite important. We need someone who's going to be able to bring this squad back together and get them to listen and to respect him because I don't think these guys respect Ten Hag.
Wow.
That's it.
That's deep. All right, Joe.
Let's see what Joe's doing. He's sharing his screen.
Bro, they gave them the game, man.
Penalty. That was
How
ridiculous.
do I support this club? How do I say I am a consumer of the Premier League product when shit like that happens to my club? They gave them the game. I get it. We should have finished our food, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should have finished it.
First
right?
half.
Yeah, we should have. But you can't tell me that City that won just 1-0 yesterday against I think Southampton.
Southampton, bottom of the table.
Yo, they don't have these kind of calls going up against them, man.
It's true.
Arsenal doesn't get these kind of calls. Tottenham doesn't get these kind of calls. Liverpool doesn't get these kind of calls. VAR has been an absolute detrimental disaster to the product of the Premier League. This is criminal. That said, I'm not going to just blame VAR because we should have seen the game off. Let's go into the game. Let's go to these players. These motherfucking criminals, man.
He's in the moonwalk.
Paychecks.
Stealing paychecks. You all can fuck off. Bruno. You know who Bruno is? Bruno is a motherfucking N1 basketball player. You put him into the NBA? Shit! Bruno, our captain, our leader. Look at the way the game ended. With Bruno just hooping the ball to the handicap section. This is fucking ridiculous. Rashford being taken off in the 56th minute. Who the fuck are you? Not a franchise player? You're nothing. Rashford hasn't improved his game in 5 years. In 5 years we waiting for him to step it up. They was talking about him.
He was here 2 games ago.
2 games ago? Nah, bro. You ain't good enough. And I don't give a fuck what your fam is telling you, what your kinfolk is telling you, what your boys is telling you, what that girl is telling you. You a scrub, bro. You're a scrub. You can't improve your game. You can't. You're not the fucking sun. We can't evolve. We can't evolve around you, bro. This is shit, man. Dallo.
Yo, Dallo.
Dallo, bro.
Dallo.
You know what Dallo
He did the hard part. Beating the keeper. He did the hard part. And blasted the ball over the post.
You know
we should have at that point been 1-0.
You know who Dallo reminded me of today? Who's that fucking Italian that was playing right back for us a few years ago?
Damian.
Damian. You was on some Damian settings today, boy. That's what you were today. Damian settings. You beat the last man. You beat the fucking keeper, bro. And then you know what it is? He decided to go for the spectacular. These motherfuckers keep going for the fucking N1 mixtape. You're some bums, bro. This shit is tight.
Man, Joe, you pissed, man.
I'm about to get into United World. I'm gonna cook y'all motherfuckers, man. If you anybody,
I feel
anyone
for
y'all
Joe, to be
motherfuckers in my area, that motherfucker gave us the positioning and the tactics and the ability to be successful today.
This is true.
And the players, these bum ass motherfuckers, sold us up again. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired.
I understand your frustration. It is all United fans are frustrated, especially a game like this whereby United had Westham on the ropes. You know, a box whereby they were just about to drop, but they were just hanging in there.
We are allergic to winning.
We
are allergic to winning. That's what these fuckers are. They're settled. They are settled, bro.
They just like that they have the badge on. They don't fight for it.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't fucking care.
So on that note, let's just quickly go.
I'm glad I wasn't there today, man.
Yo, bro. Listen.
Oh man.
No,
last week it was 110.
They can't
Scott,
they can't be that much.
The performance today, mate.
What's the rest of it?
I'll watch it afterwards. Yeah.
4.
Look his face. Look his face.
Zero. Absolute zero. I don't give a fuck. This is West Ham. This is fucking West Ham. We should have won this game. We had this game in the fucking bag. Your manager put you in a position to put you in a winning with 3 points today. But you failed. You failed your manager. You failed your mama. You failed your daddy. You failed your cousins.
Daddy.
Fuck you. Fuck all those players. Fuck every single one of you motherfuckers, man. Fuck all of y'all.
Well, on that note, we could just say Man United lost 2-1 at London. We've not won in London for quite a while now, but Man United won, West Ham 2 from Houston Red Army. Glory, we're out of it.
Fuck United.
He's still going on.
That's enough.
You have to see this.
Dude, can we rewind that last part?
No. Hey, Joe, rewind it a little bit. I gotta watch that shit. That's the funniest part, man.
Come on, y'all.
Rewind it.
Okay, this is the last part.
Man United won, West Ham 2 from Houston Red Army. Glory, we're out of it.
Fuck United.
Whoa.
Look at his face.
Bro, you got me crying over here.
Oh, man, that's
My bad,
hilarious.
my bad, fellas. Like,
That's
nah, for real.
I've
My
never
bad,
seen
fellas.
that.
I was listen, man. I was that was unbecoming of me, man. I
But George, you know what
No,
amazes
Joe,
me is
Joe,
the
you got
fact
to
was
that you can,
unbecoming.
the fact that you
I-
can
I-
come to a call like this and still
Yeah.
keep your cool, like you to be able to switch it. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how
I'm
you.
like, yo,
Yeah,
that was
you're not
that
apologizing.
was raw. That was like right
You had
after.
a few drinks then, innit? You had a few drinks.
Bro, I wasn't even drinking, bro. That's
Oh,
no, I wasn't even drinking. That was the wildest part about it. I wasn't even really drinking.
what about the
This
one that
was
turned out to be 10 nights when you
Well,
did that? Were you
like I
drinking
said,
then?
I was sauced up. I was real sauced up. I was on the sauce.
Oh, man.
Last week I was on the sauce.
but you know, but
But like
We're
this
outta
week I
here.
was
it's
I
the
was
passion,
fresh.
it's the
It was
passion,
deep, man. It was
it's the
deep, man. I
passion
couldn't.
you have for this club,
Oh
and I
man,
get
that
it,
shit, that shit. Ooh.
I've
and
had
you
my own
know,
fair share of
Because
ranting.
you know what,
it hurt. It hurt because we all saw it coming, man. It hurt because we all saw it coming. When you know,
true.
when we're
That's
missing
true.
those chances, you know it's happening because we've seen it time and time again, and you just hope that it doesn't happen today. It's a Sunday. It was nice. The weather was great. We're not dealing with the cold like y'all over there in England. I had shorts on today, bro. I was chilling, but man.
Man United know how to mess your whole week. I get it. I like your passion. I get it. I had to compose myself. You saw my facial reaction was like, what the
Hey, Joe,
Well,
did you get
I
some
let
you're
drink
gonna get
after rent?
Tim, you're gonna get lots of
Joe, did you get
likes
some
for
to drink?
that video, right?
he was
That
doing
is
it,
going
to go
and I like how he was able to express it because it's the passion and the frustration of the result today.
Tim,
And-
what you need to do with that is you need to clip him from last week
Clip
and
it.
say 1 week later and then play that clip.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead, do it like
Joey.
that.
1 week
Well,
later.
1 week later. Fuck you, Man United.
No, that would be a nice one. Yeah,
Joe,
we need to do that. Yeah.
Joe, I mean,
You
it
need to
got
put
to
it in
him.
the group
He
first
had
as well.
enough.
Put it in the group.
He was
No,
done. He was done. He was done.
Listen. I'm gonna do some yoga this week. I'm gonna get my mind right. All right, I'm gonna get my mind right. Hopefully,
We got
hopefully
Chelsea
the
next
Yankees.
week. We got Chelsea
Yeah,
next
Chelsea.
weekend.
Nah, hopefully the Yankee next week will highly depend on where I am as far as like where the Yankees are, man. Like
All
the
right.
Yankees got a game
Quickly.
tomorrow. Like I
I'm
need
not-
the Yankees to get me settled.
Quickly,
You know.
let's quick prediction. Last prediction before we leave. Devin, Chelsea next weekend. Score, please.
Are we
What
doing?
about Leicester? No, we
Well,
got
I was
Leicester.
gonna
No,
say,
forget
no.
Leicester. Let's
Okay.
Carabao Cup. Let's just go Premier
Okay.
League straight.
All right.
No,
problem.
I don't know yet because my fear is somebody gets hurt during the Carabao Cup because he's gonna play his own team.
Okay. Bems,
So
Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Yeah, next week.
Man, what do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Score.
My
Score
prediction?
prediction. Yeah.
Man, that's a tough. I mean, we know what's gonna happen, right? I mean, we know we're not gonna win that game.
At Old Trafford.
Come
can't
on,
see it.
bro.
I can't see it.
I can't. Yeah. We're not.
I see a
gonna
draw
win
the
game.
most. Draw or defeat for me. I can't see a win.
I think
just
best
can't.
case scenario is a loss. It's just how bad we lose.
Right.
That's just
Ken, Chelsea, Man United next Saturday, next Sunday or Saturday, whichever. Ken, you're mute.
Oh, I thought you said Kate. Yeah. I think the best result we can get is a draw. Really, I don't think.
Yeah. I can't see us being Chelsea. I just cannot.
No.
They're better
Best we can
organized
get
than
is
us.
a 1-0
And
loss.
Carlton
They
Palmer
play
is
well.
a better finisher.
1-0
They
loss
play
is the
well.
best results. Not even a draw. We're not even good enough to get a draw.
Right.
Sorry, man.
Joe.
1-0 United.
Okay.
Wow.
Vim.
1-0
Chelsea,
United.
Man United next week.
I think since Chelsea got their new manager, what's his name again?
Oscar.
Maresca.
Maresca.
They've improved. I think they've improved a lot, and
Yeah.
they're progressing in the right direction.
Yeah.
They seem to be playing a lot better football. Their possession is
Yeah.
better. They're attacking better,
Yeah.
and they're scoring goals. And
Yeah.
I think individual brilliance is also coming through.
Yeah.
We ain't going to win that game.
Wow.
We're not going to win. Chelsea will win.
Have you seen Chelsea's attack?
Yeah.
Man,
Okay.
Nicholas, whatever that guy's name.
Yeah, but he's a terrible
Jackson?
striker.
Basically, it was last
He's a
season
terrible
he
striker.
that he was
Yeah,
He
he's
looks
a
nice.
terrible
Hold on, hold on,
striker.
hold
He's
on.
still
Okay.
shit.
He's looking
He's
nice
still
now.
shit.
Okay.
He's
still shit.
but he's looking nice
Okay, what's
now.
your prediction? Man United, Chelsea
As,
next
as
week.
the kids in school say, we're getting cooked. We're getting cooked. We ain't winning nothing.
Wow. Nobody has said 3 points at all. Steve.
I did.
No.
1-0.
Oh, yeah, Joe said 1-0 to
1-0
United.
United.
You're allergic to winning, though. You got the
can't see that.
EpiPen, yeah?
I can't see
1
them
week
scoring. I
later,
can't see
Joe's
them
going
winning.
part 2, right?
They'll score, but they'll concede. They're not designed to hold a 1-0 lead for a game like that.
Yeah.
They can't. They're not designed like that. Their
No,
mistakes, the pressure, they'll even shoot themselves in the foot and lose
Yeah,
2-1.
they'll choke. Yeah,
They'll
they'll choke.
They can't do it. They just haven't got
We
that
won't
toughness.
win. We won't
I
win.
see a draw.
Notice
The draw is the best.
notice how you're saying that they can't win, as in the players can't win, not necessarily Ten Hag. We've already given up on the players. We don't find the players strong enough with the right mentals to win that game. That's what you guys are saying. This is a judgment on the players, not necessarily the manager. These players do not have the mentals to win that game. Remember that as you say this, it is the
We've spent
players that you're
200
really
million and
talking
we're
to.
We've spent 200 million this summer.
You can spend 200 million on individuals that are not strong enough mentally. It's true. That's what we did.
How's that possible?
Man United is very possible.
That's
I don't know. Mourinho
it's been happening for years.
Right. Well, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure today. We've had a great debate, a great chat, a great agreement and disagreement. It's all love. Doesn't matter. But the club we love keeps fumbling and effing about and thrashing about week in and week out. But we can't support another team. We have to stick with them, support them, and wait for the change that will come, hopefully sooner than later. On that note, glory, glory.
Joe.
Man United! Let's go! I'm back, guys. I'm back.
XG United. Glory to XG United.
Come back.